by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Guys, we live in Central Florida. It's so important that your AC works perfectly every single time, and that's why I strongly suggest a call to Mills Air. In business since 1992, that's 28 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. Check this out. Their techs can service any brand out there, so don't worry. And Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call today to schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159. Find them online at millsair.com.
Fence Outlet, your home improvement specialist. For a free quote, visit fenceoutlet.com today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for dropping by. We deeply appreciate it. We do have a good one for you today. Lots of fun coming up. Let's see. We'll get some news with Deb. We'll get some sports from Brandon Kravitz. Ross Thoughts Trivia. Of course, ways for you to get involved with our Summer of Stuff. Stephen Kramer calls today. Last call. Man, there's a ton of stuff going on. Plus, we'll get you updated on some other things as well. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Good to see your face.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
And, of course, the comedy alien, Mr. Ross Padgett.
I like your face, too.
407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Find us easily on social media, Instagram, Facebook, at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. You can follow us online at JimColbertLive.com and take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio app. And, of course, we are broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as well. Yes, laughing one. What are you laughing at, laughing one?
Well, Ross and I both mentioned we liked your face, and then I looked over at Bradshaw.
Yeah.
And I was just admiring his taking time to really make his decision before he said anything.
And here's the deal. It was a softball. It was just sitting there. But what I've tried to do is kind of establish a routine for the start of the show.
Right.
And always respond with good afternoon.
Yeah.
Even though you try it, you make it so tantalizing and tempting to swing at that. I decided to just keep it at
Thank you.
Good afternoon after a slight pause.
Very sweet of you to do so.
And you sound like crap, by the way.
Do I really?
No, I think he sounds great.
You still sound a little congested.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Although we know it's not
just
COVID.
No, it is the COVID.
Yeah.
I was positive. I came in here licking everything.
Yeah.
So,
I know you were
enjoy your
negative.
week.
That's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
That's what's up. You lied. I lied about the face thing.
Hell
It's mutual.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh.
COVID negative. I have to tell you, you know what's fun? And I'm being sarcastic.
Waiting for the
Because I
results.
speak that language. Yeah, waiting for the results. And, I was caught in this crazy trap. Of course, you guys know about my mom last week. I cried enough about that. But still going back and forth. Actually, I was in Placa this morning, making sure, meeting with the doctors. The only way you can really get anything from these doctors, because they're so busy, they don't really text or pick up the phone real well. You have to be sitting there when they walk in the room.
And
so
you never know when that's going to be.
And you do not.
Just have to be there when they make their rounds.
You can't ask the nurses, because you learn after asking twice, they don't know.
Right.
And they're just trying to be polite, so save them the
aggravation.
Here's the thing. If they knew, they would tell you, because they don't want to be asked about it every 10 minutes.
Right.
So you just kind of learn to be patient. What you say is the doctor making rounds today? Is it morning rounds? And then that's what you know. So that means you have a 6-hour window where you have to sit there and just kind of wait.
Yeah.
Thank God. I kind of picked up on a little bit of a pattern with the doctors that my mom is seeing.
You watched the parking lot for the Teslas who arrived?
Yeah, you did.
The cardiologist, the pulmonologist, the kidney, the renal doctor, and a couple other. I mean, I kind of know.
So Mercedes,
Right.
Tesla,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
One Audi. And that's the one I don't trust.
That's the outlier.
But it was really cool. I got to see the cardiologist this morning, which allowed me to be at work today, really, because I told my mom after 12 o'clock, we got all the final answers of what's going to happen within reason. I can give you guys the update. So what's happened is my mom has actually bounced back quite well, which has been a blessing. But, smoking is such an absolute killer. And, later in your years, if you smoke and then decide at 50 or 50, 60 or whatever to quit, your lungs still have a chance to make it back. I mean, you can read about this, and it says, for every year you don't smoke, your lungs can do this. By the time, if you wait 5 years, your lungs have gotten back to 80%, 70%, whatever.
It's amazing, actually, when they break it down to hours. When they say within 8 hours of having your last cigarette, this in your body already starts to heal. It's amazing as soon as you pull that poison away. But I'm going to need you to hurry this up because I need to go have a smoke.
You need to get that syringe in your mouth.
I have a meeting with the Marlboro man. He's very particular.
But you could really see the difference in just how she looks and sounds just simply by not smoking. So her kidneys are, they're done. I mean, we were holding out hope that the dialysis would show us some hope that the kidneys had showed the ability to clean, all of the fluids that kidneys clean, but it does not look like that's going to happen. She was in a pretty late stage of kidney disease. She is going to have dialysis probably, for the rest of her life, 3 times a week for the rest of her life. That's just, there's no choice. Her congestive heart failure, which is the fluid build up, has really reacted well to the medication. She is getting after looking at this film of her aneurysm, which is a lower abdomen. What?
It's just it's like boom. You had 3 big ones you're hitting.
Yeah, a lower abdominal aneurysm, which is the aorta splits off to go to the 2 renal to go to the kidneys. And the aneurysm's right there. So they have to graft it, and they even have to be careful where it grafts because you can't block those 2 arteries that feed the kidneys. So, with all that said, it turns out that they were actually the first initial surgery. Here's why listening is kind of important.
Yeah.
That first surgery, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to go in there and do this. They were talking about cracking her open. The reason they said they weren't going to do it, they didn't think she was strong enough. They were talking open heart surgery. Not heart, but open. Yeah. Like they were going to bust her open and go in right up from the top. Well, they didn't think that she could not make it through that. They didn't think the risk would be too high. So after reviewing it and sending this film to 2 other doctors in Jacksonville, they kind of looked at it and said, well, we don't think there's going to be a problem at all going up through the artery and doing it internally. Interarterial is what they call it or whatever.
Interarterial?
Yeah. And then they basically they graft in the stent, which they sew this mesh to the inside of the artery, and then the tube is there.
Yep.
And then it allows the blood to flow through there and for the aneurysm not to grow. That's the number one thing. The good thing is they said that it wasn't really deadly right now, that it didn't seem to be
on the verge of collapse or bursting.
Getting her into rehab, which is what we're thinking right now. And this is just for her drug problem. Getting her into rehab is what's happening as we speak, actually. So she's not going to have the surgery until she gets out of rehab. The number one thing now, man, I know there are a lot of people listening right now that are going to have to make this decision. I know I've lived through this at least with 4 of our workmates here, just mostly sales reps, of what kind of care my mom is going to need after the fact. But because now it's kind of a weird wrinkle because she's bounced back so well and because she's so strong, it looks like there's a possibility the only thing she may need is dialysis, that she's going to be relatively strong enough within reason to kind of handle things on her own. But with that said, there are now, I thought it was like nursing home or not nursing home.
No.
I didn't realize there were 1,000 steps of facilities that are in between those 2 realities. Nurse assist,
Yeah, assisted. Didn't they say also like the pink ladies? I'd seen some texters about that on Friday.
So you have nurse care in your home.
Right, there you go.
But you also have these rehab centers. And when my mom was at one, half of the facility was for them to come in. It was at in between stage between hospital and home.
Right.
And the other half was a retirement community.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's
like so, granny nannies. You could do granny nannies would be another good option as well.
The nurse assist thing, they come by, like Jack was saying, they do that. But, you know, the dialysis thing is the most important thing now. She's going to dialysis, and she will have to do that forever. That's going to have to be part of her lifestyle. It's a new diet for her in the whole 9 yards. And we're talking from your stereotypical, hey, is there bacon on that? Sure. Your cereal? Yeah, there's bacon in it. To, all the berries, grilled food, no salt.
No salt. And also no salt.
Yeah, no salt.
I mean, that also probably means not a lot of meat. What meat doesn't have salt in it?
Well, I mean,
that you want a salt.
Yeah, you add salt to it, but you can marinate. Believe it or not, you can do a really good job marinating meats with herbs and fruit juices, orange, lime, lemon, to get some pretty darn good flavor out of them. Actually, that's what you do, and they've done that to cheap cuts of meat for many, many years to get great flavor out of cheap meat.
So that's exactly what you're going to do for your mom when she moves in, and every night you're going to be gourmet cooking the hell out of it.
So we're moving her next door to a Zaxby's, and no. So
I'm sorry, no salt.
Yeah, so she can't have salt. So anyway, she's, and the funny thing was, I'll tell you a funny story. I brought up Zaxby's for a reason real quick. I go there to get a salad because they allow her to have a grilled chicken salad. No cheese, no little fried onions on top. I broke it all down to lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, and then the grilled chicken. And she could have light dressing. Believe it or not, they'll give you light mayo dressing. They don't mind that. The light ranch, that's allowed to be had. So I show up, and she is dying for this. Dying because she's been eating hospital food. With all due respect to the hospital, because they've been doing an amazing job. When you pull the lid off this food, all you want to do is throw it at somebody. That's all you want to do. You just want to pick it up and Animal House that stuff across the room. It doesn't even fake being appetizing.
No.
And it just simply doesn't have that vibe. She was ready for the salad. I thought she was going to eat the container that it was in. I pulled the salad out of the bag. They made a mistake and put fried chicken on it. My mom was literally sitting there with the fork and knife in her hand like I was about to give a 1-year-old cake. And when I said, Mom, they messed up. They gave you fried chicken. She goes, Jimmy, give me a piece of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You don't know. You don't know. Give me a piece of it. I'm like, Mom, I can't even open this in this room. It will kill you. She goes, you don't know what I'm dealing with. And then I called her, and I brought a Coke. I got a draft soda, and I had it in there, and called her. She's sneaking it over. I said, Mom, you almost fell out of bed getting the Coke. She started sucking it down like, don't bother me. Just pulling on it. It's like it was going to save her life. Like that was the medicine that was going to cure everything.
But can you imagine?
Oh,
you wake up one day and you can have your regular diet, your regular life. It's just a Tuesday. And then the next thing you know, you have to eat like what?
I told her, Mom, I said, Mom, you've been in a car wreck. That's how you have to look at this. You just got in a car crash and it's a whole different life now. So,
well, if it makes you feel any better, my mom acts that same way without a health scare.
All right, 407-916-1041. Also, I have a really good question to ask you guys. I'm going to ask it a little bit later, and I'll ask you now, and then we can kind of revisit it. This nursing crew at this hospital, they could have been in the most prestigious hospital on planet Earth,
right?
Serving royalty and dignitaries, and you wouldn't have gotten better service. This has genuinely been one of the best experiences I've had with a business, much less a hospital. Not any business. This thing has run like an absolute champ. And I'll be dead honest with you. The hospital doesn't have the greatest reputation, or didn't for many, many years. So I was a little worried going in. Yeah. Our family had a weird experience with the hospital years and years ago that really kind of lasted. But this has been an amazing thing. My question is this. I want to do something for them. Like I want to do something unique. I don't know what. I don't know if it's like a pizza party or flowers or or a mime. But I want to do something for this.
Massages, like those shoulder massages?
For this crew, I want to do something cool, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, I bet our listeners
And
will.
I would love some suggestions. It's probably about, when it's all said and done, the doctors, I don't care about the doctors. The doctors get paid a lot of money.
Yeah, they're driving Maseratis.
Tesla,
They'll be fine.
Mercedes,
Exactly.
Audi.
And then one Audi that we don't trust.
And I think one of the nurses has a convertible Mustang, but the convertible now is a tarp.
Right.
So I want to make sure that we show that due respect.
Nurses are the angels.
They are. They really are.
But I want to do something cool, whether it be like send up 8 or 10 pizzas and buy them lunch one day, or send a gigantic bouquet of flowers for thank you for the entire wing there. But there are about 6 people in that hospital that really, to be honest with you, if you would have seen my mom before she went in and then after she went in, you would have to say they saved her life.
Without a doubt.
They really did. I mean, it wasn't, she wasn't bleeding or anything like that. She could barely breathe. She wasn't in good shape at all. And they have shown nothing but compassion, nothing but love. She's got ornery a couple times because, when you stop smoking after smoking for 40 years, cold turkey in a hospital,
You're going to get a little bitchy.
You get antsy. And she wasn't disrespectful to anybody. She's got a little needy there. And they didn't even blink. These guys were on top of it. World-class service. It's just been a wonderful experience. So I'll ask that again a little bit later. You guys think about that. We'll try to figure out what the hell I can do for them up there. Nothing over $60 though, if you don't mind.
There goes
I knew
the
it.
mime.
I was going to say, how about flowers and pizza? And then I bit my lip.
A cookie tray from Publix.
Even better, you can bake one of those at home with a pizza pan
No.
and some Toll House cookie dough. We made them all the time in high school.
What's coming up for news?
Coming up with Woke News, we're going to talk about a Tampa man who has been sentenced to prison for his role in the Capitol riot.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly.
God, I needed that.
That felt good for Jack to say.
It did.
I got about 500 more in my pocket.
Good. I got a great opportunity for you to use at least half of those. Then we're going to go out west where a troubled utility, bet you can't guess who, may be to blame for the Dixie Fire that's now burning across Northern California. Ooh, and for all of our pizza lovers out there, a yet-to-be-released pizza encyclopedia is making what some are saying is a very surprising claim for the best pizza city in the U.S. We'll cover that and more coming up during Woke News. And Jack, just so you know, Jimmy's already preemptively mad.
Yeah, you were good.
already mad.
I think I'm mad too.
And you're going to be really mad when I tell you what it is.
It's going to be like Arizona or North Dakota or something ridiculous.
It may affect my next vacation.
I'm still happy just hearing the words pizza encyclopedia.
All right.
That is a fun time to listen to.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
You might not have many friends, but we definitely don't. So, hey Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
An accident causing delays eastbound on I-4 just east of U.S. Highway 27 in Polk County. The right lane is blocked. Prepare for delays if you're traveling this way. Westbound travel on I-4 slow between Parr Street and Amelia Street, as well as between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Delays to north on the Turnpike from a crash between 429 and State Road 50, taking up the right lane. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, 8 packs of Pep Rally No. 2 pencils, Staples pencil cap erasers, and Staples comp books are just 50 cents each. Offer ends 9/18/21. Pencils available in-store only. Offers may vary online. Staples.
Here it comes, man. When that heat hits Central Florida, you need to be prepared, and I know the team that can do that for you. It's Mills Air. These guys are great. Leon Mills set out many, many years ago on his own because he wanted to do it the right way. Honesty and integrity in every single call Mills Air makes. And I tell you something, their crews know their business, man. They know every single type of AC unit inside and out. They usually have the parts on the van to get it fixed while they're there. Plus, their carrier factory dealer offer, that means they can get you an unbelievable deal of up to $2,700 in rebates on that brand new carrier unit. You can always take care of these guys, and they can always take care of you. It's Mills Air, 407-277-1159 for Mills Air.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Tickets are on sale now for our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, special guest performance by Phineas, and more on the T-Mobile Arena nighttime stage. Get tickets now through AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
What? Just 15 seconds to talk about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea? That smooth taste of real brewed tea with just the right kick of alcohol. What? We started already. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Financial strength means having the choices to do what's best for you. An Amscot Cash Advance could put up to $500 in your hand on the spot with no credit check when you really need it and for less than you might think. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Do you have warm spots in your slab floor, or is your water bill unexpectedly high? A whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today at 407-449-8973. 407-449-8973.
At Walgreens, we're committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
Team USA is ready for the Olympic Games. And so is Jacob.
Whoa! I've got my lucky shirt and Xfinity Flex.
Ooh, yeah. Jacob's family got Xfinity Internet with Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig and a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. So Jacob is ready for anything.
Go Team USA!
With the best of the Olympics and top streaming apps, it's all of Jacob's favorites in one place. Entertainment starts at free with Flex, included with Xfinity Internet.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for only $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. And get a Flex 4K streaming box free. Plus, ask about Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig. Offer ends August 8th, so go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig speed Wi-Fi requires gigabit internet and compatible X5 gateway. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Peacock subscription required.
Xfinity, proud partner of Team USA.
If you're ready for an oil change, trust the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the best products for your car. Right now, get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil and a Wix filter for $33.99. Plus, get a $10 gift card after mail-in rebate and double O Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Let radio advertising keep your business top of mind with customers all summer long. Visit iHeartAdBuilder.com to get your business on the radio quickly and easily. You can even make your own radio ad. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. Sign up today at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, one firm for life.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Don't check your 401k today. Nah. Just wait till later this week when the fear subsides and everything comes back. It'll be fine. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show right here on Real Radio. We will have your first keyword at the top of the hour for your chance to win that $1,000. Listen up, and then when you hear it, text it to 200-200 for your shot to win that money. Plus, we'll get you registered three times a day, actually, for the Summer of Stuff, which is coming to an end here relatively soon. The day after Labor Day, we'll start drawing out for some big prizes. You're a winner with trivia, you're a winner with Instagram, and you're a winner with Last Call. We'll tell you more about that a little bit later in the program. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get some news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. He's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Jack, get your SIAs ready. A Tampa man who breached the Senate during the Capitol riot on January 6th was sentenced today. Paul Hodgkins will serve 8 months in jail after he pled guilty to obstructing an official proceeding. Now, his charge usually carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. The 38-year-old apologized and said he was ashamed of his actions. Hodgkins is the first defendant from the riot to be sentenced on a felony charge.
No, he didn't take anything, didn't cause any damage, didn't do anything like that. And they think this is going to be basically the bar in which the rest of the sentences are dealt out.
It'll be interesting to see.
If you went into the building.
If you went into the building, didn't do anything, didn't sit at a desk or destroy or take anything or vandalize anything, you're looking at this.
Okay.
If you did anything else, you can just start adding. It's like an a la carte felony thing.
I wonder what happened to our buddy Dave. Jimmy, it was a day you were out. Dave, who's been a listener to the radio station for many years,
that's right,
was at the event, and he said the FBI wanted to talk to him, and he wasn't sure, what to do. And you can't, when the FBI wants to talk to you, you're eventually going to have to talk to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we never got an update on what happened with Dave.
Well, being there is no problem, but getting inside that building is a big problem.
And that's the thing. Yeah, he says he didn't go over any line.
I was there for a tour.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, calls for freedom in Cuba continue to be heard on the streets all across the Sunshine State. SOS Cuba rallies were held yesterday in Miami, here in Orlando, Tampa. Protests have been going on for over a week now, and one man tells the Miami Herald, this is the moment to end the dictatorship. For its part, Cuban officials are now granting permission for people to bring supplies to the island.
Oh, really?
Leaders of the communist country say all air passengers are allowed to bring food, medicine, and hygiene products to the country between now and the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Homeland Security, Coast Guard are still asking you not to try and make the journey by boat, and in some cases have even intercepted boats trying to leave and cross the Florida Straits as a way of getting to the communist island. The number of new coronavirus cases is heading in the wrong direction in Florida. Now, on Friday, the state health department reported more than 45,000 new cases over the past week. That's up from more than 23,000 cases the previous week. The new case positivity rate also rose from 7.8% to 11.5%. And we had talked about this as well, that federal officials recently announced that 20% of all new cases in the U.S. are coming from Florida, even though we make up less than 7% of the country's population. The Delta variant is responsible for the infections, and officials also say most of the cases involve the unvaccinated.
When we were at the hospital one of the first few days, when we started making plans for where we thought she was going to wind up with the aneurysm, they had called over to Shands and North Florida Regional, which are both up in Gainesville, two massive medical facilities here in Central Florida, or in Florida. And the doctor looked at me, and I, as I was asking questions, I said, well, possibilities wise, he just stops and looks at me and goes, COVID is taking it over right now. And he goes, apparently we're getting calls from Gainesville saying that COVID admissions are coming in pretty quickly. The emergency room in my hometown when I left today was standing room only. And in the ICU that my mom was in when she was admitted firstly, out of the 12 ICU rooms in that small hospital, I think 5 of them were sealed shut with the biohazard sticker on the door. Every doctor would suit up completely before going in, COVID cases.
And what I've been hearing from doctors is that they're younger this time around and they're sicker. And they're surprised at just how sick, considering, these are folks in some cases, their 20s and 30s at the prime of their life.
Waiting to see how this whole vaccine thing works out, huh?
And while they're doing that, a Disney test cruise returned to Port Canaveral today after a weekend voyage with employees. And what's interesting is that the Disney Dreams return to port came just as a ruling came down that will allow the CDC to keep their pandemic restrictions on Florida cruise ships in place. Now, the regulations will stay put while the CDC appeals a previous decision by a judge siding with a Florida lawsuit to challenge the restrictions. Governor Ron DeSantis, for his part, says Florida likely will ask a full federal appeals court to reimpose an injunction blocking restrictions on the cruise ship industry. The Republican governor questioned whether the CDC has the authority to shut down an industry without Congress passing legislation. To which is interesting because I didn't think it was them shutting the industry down. It's this law with the passports that that's what's shutting it down. It's his unwillingness to compromise with the cruise ships is, all right, well, how can we do this?
And as in any argument, the other side would say, no, it's your restrictions that are causing this.
Well, I mean, just, sit down and play nice. The death toll from the Surfside condominium collapse remains at 97. This was where we left it at late last week. Miami-Dade County officials say search and recovery efforts continue as they work to pump water from the lower levels of the collapse. Now, as of Sunday, 95 of the 97 victims had been identified. Los Angeles music executive Teresa Velasquez was identified as one of the victims on Saturday. The 36-year-old was an executive with Live Nation Entertainment in Los Angeles who had just arrived to visit her parents the night before the collapse.
God almighty. Don't we own Live Nation?
I believe we do.
There's an affiliation with our company, absolutely. Yeah, but at 36, I was like, that seems like an odd place for a 36-year-old to live. But she was visiting her parents.
Visiting her parents. And when, I did read a little bit in her bio, she actually started as a nightclub DJ and then ended up making such a name for herself as a club DJ that she ended up being featured at some of the biggest music festivals around the country. Ended up starting her own audio company and then ended up becoming a music executive at 36. That's pretty young.
That's incredible.
Her parents lived in apartment 304, and unfortunately, all 3 perished. And her mother also owned a Fiorelli's, I believe is the name of the gentleman's clothing store in Weston. Her mom was one of the oldest tenants in this particular shopping complex, had this men's clothing store there for over 2 decades. So just a lot of when you start to hear the stories of the victims, you start to just see the fingerlings into the communities. And
how long before we see the first book or movie or documentary about this? How long do you think?
I mean, you have Paraguay's first lady lost her sister in the collapse. I mean, you had 20 Israeli citizens lost in the collapse. It was a veritable United Nations practically living in that building, and the stories that are coming out are just...
First usually isn't best, but I think that a documentary is going to really be the most interesting thing when you investigate the people who
exactly.
I think there are 2 stories, right? There's the structure story and then the victim story. So a combination of those 2 stories. But I mean, that excavation is going to have to be complete, and then you're going to have to see a report before you can write really a thorough anything.
And I think a third plank to that story would be the rescue, the rescuers, those responders, and the burden they carry as well,
which is huge.
Yeah, this just doesn't happen in this country.
No.
I mean, it's without terrorism or some incendiary device that causes it. This never happens in this country. Just buildings don't fall down in the States, man.
They talk about this being the thing most likely of what they have to deal with the terrorist attacks on September 11th.
And that's for the majority of us who think of the stories and the concrete and the unsuspecting nature of it happening in the middle of the night when everyone's asleep in their bed for the most part. The only thing you can liken it to is 9/11. When I first saw that a 12-story condominium collapsed as a push notification, I assumed it just had to be something that was under construction.
Right.
Well, in the meantime, another residential building in Miami is being evacuated because of safety concerns. All residents at the Devon apartments are being ordered to leave today after investigators found structural deficiencies. The building is 2 miles from the site of the Surfside condominium collapse, and officials say the 82-year-old building, though, is not in danger of collapse. They just want everyone out before they see that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Now they're not taking any chances.
As a rule, I don't live in buildings named after frat boys.
I mean, that's insane, though, that they're like, everybody get out. It's fine.
Right.
Get out.
No,
But I just want to get my
No.
You know,
I just it's,
You don't understand.
I'll be quick. No,
Where it's so fine, but it's finer if you go.
Yeah. And then in Surfside, you have the structural engineers saying the concrete is, the deterioration is going to expand exponentially. And then you have a Surfside official saying it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Governor Ron DeSantis is signing the Florida Wildlife Corridor Act today. He signed it. The law requires the Department of Environmental Protection to take important actions to support the state wildlife corridor. The governor signed the bill at the Nature Conservancy's Disney Wilderness Preserve, along with the Florida Department of Environmental Protection's interim secretary, Sean Hamilton. And man, could our wildlife use it, because now volunteers are chipping in to help clean up the effects of red tide on the Gulf Coast of Florida. The St. Petersburg employees worked alongside residents to pick up dead fish yesterday at Coffee Pot Park. One volunteer tells Fox 13 News over on the Bayside that he's been doing this for 2 weeks now, and he's filled about a dozen bags with dead fish in just the last 2 days.
I never know what to believe on the internet, but I saw a video online today. I forget what platform it was. And they were moving a Goliath grouper off of the beach.
I saw that.
Is that real?
Yes.
Yes.
It was the size of you have a front end loader.
Yeah.
Like you see those things, they scoop up dirt and they load it. It filled up the entire front of a front end loader. That's how it looked fake.
Yeah.
Like when I saw it, I was like, that's fake. There's no way that's an actual fish.
Yeah.
Because that thing weighs 1,000 pounds.
It looks like Jurassic Park.
It looked like a bull. Is what it looked like. It was as big as, you're right, it did. Jurassic Park, it looked fake.
Oh, they changed that name about 10, 15 years ago.
Did they really?
That used to be the Jewfish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they changed it to Goliath grouper.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know
I thought
that.
there was still a Jewfish was like a striper bass. Or
I
like
thought there was still a
No,
Jewfish.
the Jewfish, they changed the name to Goliath grouper.
Yeah.
Just like now you're changing the name of Gypsy Moth.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Gypsy Moth and Gypsy Ant are also now getting new names. All right, like to speed? Oh, you've got about 5 states you're going to want to avoid this in, including the one you're in right now. The state of Florida is cracking down on speeding drivers. Starting today, Sunshine State officers are joining their counterparts from Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina. It's actually an annual crackdown. It's called Operation Southern Shield.
Oh, God.
The special enforcement to
Is this Dukes of Hazzard?
It
Come on,
is, man. Come on now.
Yeah, come on.
Wait, do we have the sound of that horn?
Don't they do they not have anybody in marketing?
Well, they
Southern Shield? Jeez, what's that sound like?
Operation Southern Shield.
God almighty, man.
Give us the voice.
It's we're gonna go with Southern Shield. we milled it over last night. We were sitting around fire and whatnot, and we thought, you know what? It should be called Southern Shield.
We're fitting to.
So we're fitting to do that.
Operation Southern Shield sounds like January 6th.
It does.
I spray painted it on a shirt. Looks good.
The special enforcement to catch speeders runs through Saturday. The Florida Highway Patrol says speeding violations issued to drivers for going 50 miles an hour or more over the speed limit. Reached an all-time high in May. This has been a recurring problem throughout the pandemic. Sorry, Jimmy, didn't mean to kill you with that.
God
but
almighty. And it's not just the rappers this time.
No, it's
the
not.
Rappers love driving fast.
But 50 miles or more over the speed limit.
Usually that threw you in jail for that, right?
I guess.
Yes.
I always thought that if it was 60 and you were going 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, depending on how the officer felt at that time,
Yes.
they could literally take your ass to jail for that.
Absolutely. That is usually the case. And we'll see if that's going to be what's going to happen during Operation Southern Shield. Thank you so much, Bradshaw.
Run.
Bradshaw.
By the way, I think has it been a big secret that you don't speed through Georgia specifically as a Floridian?
Oh man, let me tell you what.
You don't even go a mile and a half over the speed limit in Georgia if you have a Florida plate.
I've done 2 trips from Jersey to Florida, and I've always heard that. You do
let me
not
tell
speak
you
the
what.
southern states.
We hit the Georgia line, and that is when the cruise control is your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, is it 65? We'll go 66.
Yeah, and as someone who was driving to Wisconsin with her mom, and our car got stopped and searched and followed from Macon, Georgia to the Kentucky state line.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely don't want to be a little bit brown and going over the speed limit in Georgia, because that's a good way to have someone digging through your suitcase.
And that's when Kentucky took over to Missouri.
Exactly. Hey, speaking of that.
You know it when you hear
it. I do want to get to this story real quick before we get to the pizza story that's just going to frost all of your flakes. If you're going to run away, you might want to be just a little bit faster than a tortoise.
Okay.
Maxie, who's a tortoise, escaped his enclosure a year ago by apparently scaling a foot-high fence. After a year on the run...
That's awesome.
Look at 100 yards.
The new season of Prison Break sucks.
The same thing as last week.
They found her in the retention pond across the street.
I don't care how many cameras you shoot it with, and it still only moves 6 feet.
After a year on the run, the 14-year-old pet was spotted by some dog walkers. They found the owners through Facebook and reunited Maxie with his family. The total distance the tortoise traveled in a year on the run was 0.6 of a mile.
0.6 of a mile.
Okay. Jokes aside,
That's like 2 blocks.
That still sounds like an embellishment for comedic value.
It really does. 1/6 of a mile. I think you walked that like you went from the parking lot to here, right?
It had to have just done some circles or something.
And then finally, a yet-to-be-released pizza encyclopedia, as I teased before, Woke News, is making what some say is a surprising claim for the best pizza city in the U.S. The Modernist Pizza is set to be released in October.
Okay.
And
do we get to take a shot before you say what it is?
Yes. Now, let me give you some background,
all right,
okay? The authors of the encyclopedia say they visited over 250 pizzerias around the country.
That covers almost all of them. I mean,
So-
Jesus, there's 250 in Orlando.
125 were called Anthony's.
They will name what city that they're going to name this the country's pizza capital.
Okay, is it a big city?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a big city.
I don't know if it's like akin to an LA or a New York, but you
Okay.
definitely know the name of this city.
Fort Worth.
No.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
No.
Detroit.
Portland, Oregon.
How mad are you right now, Jim?
They say Portland's innovation and passion to make the best pizza is what gave them the crown. They added there's
No
not
innovation. No, you don't go
There we go.
reinventing
There we
something
go.
that's so well done.
They added there's not a set style of pizza that defines the West Coast city's pies, but the emphasis on quality ingredients makes it stand alone.
This is our plaid pizza with extra emotion. Is that what you ordered that right? You ordered the plaid. Who got the plaid pizza with extra emotion?
With coffee crust? Cold brew coffee crust?
Can I get a marijuana pizza up with melancholy?
That is odd.
Isn't it? It's so Portlandia, isn't it?
I do kind of enjoy the take, though, of saying that I'm fine with being progressive with pizza because I've had a lot of cheese pizza. I'm
Careful,
fine with
you're
the-
sitting in there with someone who is not good about progressive in pizza.
And I do understand the logic, and I kind of half agree with the logic of if you want to judge a pizza, you have to go with a cheese pizza.
Thank you.
I do. I do agree with that, but I also think that once you start getting a little Frankenstein with pizzas, man, pizzas can really change the game and really show you what. I've had pizzas that made me go, that's what pizza can taste like.
Look, man, I got to tell you, the first time I went to Bruno and I had that pizza with cherries on it and that salty salt, that speck ham and that cheese. I was like, this is really almost not even pizza. This is like an artisan bread meal because this doesn't even come close. Like I tell people when I recommend them going to Bruno, when you go to Pizzeria Bruno, You don't expect what you think pizza is. Don't go there thinking Domino's or even your stereotypical red sauce pizza, because you're going to be grossly disappointed / unbelievably impressed.
Yeah, they call themselves pizza scientists.
I heard you describe that specific pizza on this weekend's Primetime Kitchen. And once you got to the funky cheese, I'm like, there's no way I would eat this.
Oh,
there's no way I would order it. I don't even want to be in the room when it's
No,
eaten.
it offends your Jersey sensibilities as it should.
Your taste buds don't even know what to do because you're getting sweet, sour, salty, creamy, crispy, buttery. There's so many experiences in one bite. You don't know how to process it.
Yeah, it sounded good though, didn't it?
Oh God.
And now you all are officially woke. Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don, and it's so easy to not only find out if you can qualify to buy that dream home you've been watching, but to maybe refinance the home that you're in. It's as easy as visiting homeloansradio.com. Click apply now, and then that's it. Get pre-approved today. And it also allows you to work with someone that you not only can trust, but someone who knows what the mortgage business is doing in your backyard. And that's that mortgage guy, Don. Loved working with him. It was probably the best part of my home buying experience. Check it out for yourself at homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us, of course, at 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, everybody. Good Monday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King and now Fox 35 Storm Center. Monday weather update heading into the afternoon. Showers and storm risk on the rise. 60-70% type coverage. A lot of lightning and heavy rainfall. High temps make a move close to about 90 today. South-southwest winds at 5 to 15. Tonight, mostly cloudy, showers and storms likely before 10 p.m. Then warm and muggy through the overnight and only an isolated shower through the overnight. 20% chance of that as lows fall to a balmy 75. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Have a good one. And remember, always depend on and do trust Fox 35 weather. You take care.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report limitations apply.
Time for a new bathroom. You've known it for many, many years now. But the problem is you can't pull the trigger because of all the stories you've heard about what nightmares it is to deal with contractors when it's replacing a bathroom. But here's the great thing. With Rebath, you're not going to have any of those nightmares. The guy who owns this company, Dave Denbauer, one of the nicest, most knowledgeable guys about this business, and this is all they do. They're set up specifically to replace and remodel bathrooms. And here's really a good start. 436 up in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. That is where the showroom is. When you walk in, you're going to see a few models set up. I think you have 10 or 11 of them or so. And that's just to show you different styles with their different products, right? Those are not set styles. Their design team comes in and works hand in hand with you to make every bathroom a custom bathroom. That's what they're all about. All you have to do is drop by, like I said, and see it, and then go online. Look at those before and afters. Book your appointment. These guys will come in and sit right there, tell you everything you need to know, and even better, even give you a price before they leave. And check this out. There are companies out there pretending to be Rebath. Nah, it's not them. You'll know when you deal with a Rebath. These guys are the absolute best, and they're so knowledgeable. They're going to give you the products that you want every single time. They'll do it with their employees. They'll do it in just days. They'll give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install when it's all said and done. Hop online today and book your appointment. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Yes, I need to replace my old air conditioner.
For AC replacement, please hold the line.
Here we go.
And we're back. So, what do you want now?
Same as before, new air conditioner.
I just need to put you on hold again. Somebody's calling.
I'm calling.
But this might be someone important.
But I need...
We get a lot of calls this time of year. Dreadfully hot, you understand?
Yes, I understand perfectly.
So if you'll just wait a little longer...
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
You didn't call Frank Gay?
Well...
Did you?
Probably should have.
Probably should have. Well, tough luck. So, would you like to go back on hold?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need AC replacement, you should be the priority. Experienced technicians ready to roll on your schedule and your installation done right. That's the Frank Gay way.
Next time you can call Frank Gay.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Name one small insurance company. Couldn't think of one, could you? Didn't think so. Most insurance companies are big, really big. They have thousands of lawyers. Imagine it's a beautiful day, sun is shining, birds singing. You're on your way to work, and then bam, your whole life changes in that second. Forever. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice or live your life in pain. Let me give you some straight talk. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you, it's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. Over $1 billion in one case alone. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show.
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy milkshakes, smoothies, and sundaes are here. Crafted to crave at Wawa. Wawa has the drinks you need to stay quenched, refreshed, and happy. Cool off with iced teas, lemonades, energy drinks, and more. Wawa has the refreshments you need this summer and the snacks to go with them. Stop in today for our $3 summer deal and get any 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew with any Lay's, Ruffles, or Doritos. Make Wawa your destination for the drinks and snacks you love. Gotta have a Wawa. Limited time offer. See store for details.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Now the app you use to listen to all your favorite radio stations and podcasts is also your free music app. Yep, the free iHeart app now lets you create playlists totally free. Hear a song on the radio that you love? Just grab it and start a brand new playlist of oh wow songs. You're one tap away from being able to save all the songs from your favorite stations. So go ahead, get started now. It's free. Do one for every day of the week. It's entirely up to you and entirely free on the iHeart app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Dangling the proverbial carrot since 1993. Whatever the hell that means. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Real Radio 104.1. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
I just got a little good news there. I just heard from my sister that my mom is going to be discharged from the hospital tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Wow. So that means
yeah.
Obviously that's like she goes straight from there into rehab.
Right, but she was
yeah.
thought to be kept there till Friday,
Listen,
right?
yeah, but when I got there today, no supplemental oxygen. They didn't have her hooked up to like any heart monitors or anything like that. She was just kind of laying in bed. She has her port there for her dialysis, but other than that, not even an IV.
That's great news.
That is really good news. So,
congratulations.
Tiger Woods fist pump.
So she goes in the rehab tomorrow, and then she'll be in there for 14 days or so. And then while she's in there, we'll figure out what the hell she is able to do outside of that. So that is some good news. So I appreciate you guys
That's great
caring.
news.
And I thank you all for all. I don't know if I did this, but for everybody who texted when we were going through that last week, and after the show, I think it was Thursday. Thank you so much. It means a lot. To have everybody, invested in something that means so much to you. I really appreciate it.
Well, we're family.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Again, we'll have your first keyword of the day, top of the hour. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win the $1,000. We did get a lot of comments. I did ask at the top of the hour, and I'll take calls on this next segment if you want to do that, because we're a little short right now. But the nurses were so unbelievable at this hospital up in Putnam County that I want to do something special for them. There are about 4 or 5 of them that I want to do something really cool for. I don't want to leave anybody out, but it's these specific girls that were just genuinely unbelievable.
Yeah.
People have said they love flowers, but you know what the cool thing is I say cool. A lot of people have been in this situation. You know, I've dodged this for my entire life. My mom never went to the hospital, never went to the doctor, so we never had to deal with anything like this. My dad's 80 years old, still drives and plays poker, and is still a bull of a man. So we don't have that issue to deal with. But a lot of the people that not only who work in hospitals, who are nurses or work with them when their family members or loved ones were in the hospital, are saying that don't make them anything homemade because I don't think they will eat it.
Well, think about it. I mean, and even for us, it's.
Right.
I mean, you can't.
Well, you have to put a lot of trust.
Yeah, a lot of trust.
And for radio people, that means smelling it from afar and saying, that seems fine.
Hey, you intern, eat this.
Right, exactly.
Back in the day. A lot of people also, even though you snickered when I suggested it, the shoulder, those chair massages, bring in those chair massagers. Someone had texted earlier and said, my mom was a nurse, foot massagers.
Really?
Bringing people to massage their feet.
Man, they just don't sit down though.
No.
They have 2 floors of rooms there, which is small comparatively, but they don't stop moving. It's like little bees. They'll dive into one room, buzz around for a minute, buzz out of there into another room, then buzz out of there to another room, and then back to the station for new orders, and then buzz around. They don't rest. There's a lounge there. I never saw anybody in it. Well, this one lazy girl. All she did was sit there and eat ice cream. Made fun of her the entire time.
Oh.
Well, then you can get her some ankle weights.
Man, but I what I was thinking is, I hope that's terrible. I just got that.
It's simple yes and to the. I didn't even call her overweight. I've never met this woman.
So I'm thinking about maybe doing a grab bag that has a bunch of just maybe stuff.
I got it, like Jim Colbert Show magnets and T-shirts and mouse pads.
No, fuzzy socks. Ooh, gift cards to some good local
Starbucks.
restaurants.
Way better
And
than
Dunkin'.
that. I'm thinking like leftover primetime kitchen stuff.
There you go.
I mean,
PTK
I
mugs.
got a bunch of premiums, got a bunch of old beer mugs and stuff. I'm thinking something like that.
Winner.
I mean, I've got a cracked primetime kitchen mug, so why shouldn't they?
I could scrape up a pair of tickets to Nitro Circus.
I'm sure Ross has some old socks, Jim Colbert Show socks he could give us.
What's the reasoning behind no homemade stuff?
They don't. I mean, apparently,
suspect.
A couple of nurses said that the text in said that most of them won't eat anything that's been homemade.
Well, I'm not even talking about food. I'm talking about like a classic hand turkey.
Oh yeah.
What?
Or a macaroni macaroni frame.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my God, what if I did that? Made them all macaroni frames.
I'm saying some poetry and a hand turkey with a little bit of macaroni frames.
How about a photo of myself?
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just the comedian in me is going like, do not miss the opportunity of really having this be funny.
And then when they open it, stand right beside them, and when they open it up, go, isn't that amazing?
What do you think?
What do you think? That's crazy, right?
Like, what?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of it do you think it is? It's a 10, right?
Have Ross paint them paintings of the goop, just like he did to you.
As the creator of the painting that I like to call the goop.
It's the goop.
Yeah, let me see what...
I would be fine for you to donate that to the people who saved your mother's life. It's such a bad piece of art.
That should hang it in the room. I'll hang it in the room.
Yeah, Jack is going to show you goop, just in case you forgot the sublimeness of...
It's nothing. I mean, nobody knows if it's up or down.
That's sideways, Jack.
Yeah, you don't even know. That's the thing is you don't know.
That looks like an alien giving you the finger.
That looks like my lungs 2 days ago.
That's contemporary. That's what you're talking about.
All right,
any side, you're good.
And it's signed on the back. It says from Ross to my gym.
My gym.
We
can
can't
scratch
give that
out
away.
and put doctors, nurses. I'm sure that will really resonate with them.
Should get them copies of Glenn Beck's latest book. Maybe. All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Right after this, your first keyword coming up now.
Your chance to win $1,000 is just minutes away on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest, buy from the best, goldsmithjewelry.com.
We're still looking at a parking lot from a disabled vehicle taking up the right lane, causing major delays south on 429 between the Turnpike and Stony Brook West Parkway. Northbound travel on the Turnpike stop and go now from a crash taking up the right lane between 429 and State Road 50. We're seeing stop and go volume 2 heading west on I-4 between World Drive and 429. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Amtrak. Whether you're craving a breath of fresh mountain air, an exciting new adventure, or just some free babysitting from Grandma, Amtrak can get you there. With more than 500 destinations across the country. Everything you're missing, just an Amtrak away.
Duke Energy got me for $52.41 this month. That was my power bill. Yours is about the same, right? What? It's not? Consider solar. Check it out. How many power bills are you going to pay before you go to solarsource.com? Back in 2013, I put the solar panels on my roof. Absolutely love them. I knew from the day this was the future. This is something I wanted to do. Immediately reduce my carbon footprint. And my savings throughout the years have paid these panels off. And now I just have low power bills. So I ask again, how many power bills are you going to pay before you go to solarsource.com? Solar Source is the company because they've been around Central Florida installing systems the longest. Since 1984, over 60,000 systems installed. They come with a 25-year warranty from a company with a history to back it up. Even if you've already had a system, kind of like I do, they have a service team that can restore any system to peak performance. Get a free savings estimate today. Go to the website. It's solarsource.com. When you do, tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you. Again, solarsource.com. Get a free savings estimate today. When it comes to power, trust the source. Solar Source.
When I lost my Chase debit card, I was like... But I locked my card on my Chase mobile app, and that feels like... That's what security feels like. Card locked.
Check and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Learn more at chase.com/banking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Enroll in Chase online or on the Chase mobile app. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
You've heard me talk about Legacy Box a lot. It's something that I did at the beginning of the year. I'm so glad that I did this. Legacy Box is a simple way to digitally preserve all of your old home movies. Now, if you have like 8mm film like I did, and mine were from like the late 60s, early 70s. A lot of people have like a video, and a lot of the video film and stuff like that, it's not meant to last forever. It starts diminishing after 10 to 15 years. So you want to save those, and you want to save those memories forever. We did this, and oh my goodness, I was able to watch all these old home movies that my mom and dad took of us, like for my first and second birthday, my sister's birthday. We didn't have an 8mm video like camera any longer. You send everything into Legacy Box, and they have an experienced team that creates a digital collection of all this stuff. That way you've got it forever. They put it up on the cloud. They put it on a thumb drive or a DVD, and you have it saved forever thanks to Legacy Box. I'm so glad that we did it, and you will be too. It's a great gift to give somebody, and if you have your wedding video, right? You don't want to just have it on video because if something happens to it, you'll lose it forever. Send it off to the Legacy Box and let them save it for you. And if you do it now, you'll get 40% off. It's legacybox.com/monsters, legacybox.com/monsters.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here, and when I think about a custom fence from Mossy Oak Fence, I think about two words. Those words, high quality. Because our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence use only the very best materials installed by skilled craftsmen. High quality that's backed by the best warranty in the business. I also think about safety and security. Your family's safety and security is Mossy Oak's #1 priority. If you're thinking about a brand new fence, think about the high quality of Mossy Oak Fence. Visit mossyoakfences.com and let the Mossy family protect your family today.
Donating plasma is an important thing to do.
But why?
Well, because it helps make life-changing medicines that treat people with rare diseases.
But why?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
But why?
You sound like Grandma.
But why?
You tell me, buddy. BioLife Plasma Services needs life-saving plasma, which is why new donors could earn up to $900 in the first month. So go ahead and take a break from all the questions and change some lives while you're at it. BioLife. There's purpose in your plasma. Visit biolifeplasma.com to learn more.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, the insurance company may make you a quick offer to go away. They may also be offering you pennies on the dollar. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
If you're from Orlando, you know how we do food in the City Beautiful. We waffle our chicken in Metro Diner, udon our noodles at Bento Asian Kitchen, and ye can always find the golden tenders at PDQ. That's why there's DoorDash. Get food from every neighborhood in Orlando. Food so good, it'll make you happier than that other happy place in town. Download the DoorDash app now to find your local favorites. Made by Orlando. Order on DoorDash.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line is back and sailing this summer. Kick back in the Caribbean or take in the stunning sights in Europe. And with our robust health and safety program, you can cruise confidently. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, free airfare, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
Ships Registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio 104.1 has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and information. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's BANK to 200-200. And may your efforts bear fruit.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Who chose that? Who did that? Who chose a 2 hour long? What'd you do?
Let's go through the
No,
rotation.
let's don't do anything.
let's.
Well, you weren't here on Tuesday when we reviewed Deb's pick.
Okay.
What was your pick last week? Oh, it was the Life in Color.
Life in Color, Sir David Attenborough.
Yeah.
And so then it was my turn to pick a What'd You Do That's New, and I had everyone vote if anyone had any problem with the length. And everyone who was here, it was unanimous. We were all in agreement that this was a great pick.
Because, being honest, I would have chosen it, but I just didn't want to hear you bitch about not having Hulu.
I have Hulu.
Oh, fantastic.
I do not.
You'll have no problem watching Summer of Soul.
Summer of Soul. Oh, I got
Questlove's documentary about the Black Woodstock 1969 in Harlem, New York.
So it is 2 hours long, Jimmy. If you only watch the first hour, you'll get to the end of Gladys Knight and the Pips, and then if you duck out there, you'll have the idea of it.
Okay.
It won't sum up some of the storylines, but you'll get enough if you only have an hour.
You're the only guy that does this. Everybody else on the show understands the time limitations. You're the one that can't seem to grasp.
No.
Because this is now the second or third?
No.
No, you can't say no. Because it's yes. Which doesn't sound as good, I understand. It's harder to do, but it does not make it untrue.
It doesn't have the right flow.
Godfather and now this.
Yeah.
Godfather and this, and there's one other, right?
No, the Godfather was it, and that was only you, because they've already seen it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
So that's why it was 3 hours long that you had to.
Yeah, well, Pips, here I come.
Oh, their moves, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, really. When you watch that, you're like, oh, damn, those guys.
All right, your 4 o'clock keyword is
guys
bank, B-A-N-K. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, 4 o'clock keyword is bank. Good luck. We want you to win that money. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Russ are here as well. We had some more winners. I heard the Monsters are on one.
Oh, yeah. They had another one this morning. We had another winner, so it's fantastic.
Man, I haven't heard a good, genuine Jeez Louise in far too long.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stop cursing a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. I got to stop cursing a little bit.
You've been hanging out with your mom?
No.
She caught you?
Well, I try not to curse around her that much. I don't use any of the bad stuff around her. But I don't know, man. It's just, I curse a lot. I shouldn't do it. I don't know.
Effing let it rip.
Yeah, you're right. I will. All right. 407. I mean, by the way, I saw 2 movies this weekend I want to tell you guys about. And it's funny because what?
So I'm just pointing out that apparently 2 hours isn't that big of a deal for you.
It's not. It's not. No, when I make the choice, it's not. You're correct. You're right.
Well,
I get to choose your next lovemaking session length.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, you heard on Friday. Oh, no.
Nail that.
Oh, yeah, no, I heard. Oh, I know. I heard he's super horny now. He's not smoking.
Yeah, no.
Is that still kidding? I mean, is everything?
No, that is still happening.
Okay,
Give me
buddy.
a Pringles can, and I will make this weird.
Sweet Jesus.
Well, it would be weird for the Pringles can as well.
Yeah, it's weird even.
Just a shadow coming. So I saw 2 movies this weekend, and they are both actually. Jack, I know Jack wants to see one, and I don't know that you didn't see the other. So I saw the Tomorrow War.
Okay, yeah, a lot of buzz about that.
And I saw the movie Nobody with
Never heard of it.
Oh, Better Call Saul.
Don Cheadle.
No. Yeah, Don.
Oh, sorry, that was Space Jam 2.
Oh, boy.
What was it called again? Nobody what?
Nobody is in there.
Oh, Nobody. Okay.
I found something else that not smoking's done. Yeah, no, it was Nobody, and I can never remember this actor's Bob Odenkirk.
Correct.
All right, Bob Odenkirk is the lead. Of course, he was the attorney in Better Call Saul and in Breaking Bad. And he is painted as like kind of a vigilante former, just a vigilante badass, right?
Yeah.
You don't know anything about him. He just looks like a regular, everyday dad, has a very dad existence, and then something happens, and then it leads into one of these vengeant, where your dad's out there just cracking asses, getting back at the people who did him wrong. And by the way, the Vengeance movie is one of my favorites of all time. Like Denzel makes one of the best vengeance movies of all time.
I was just thinking of the one that I saw with Jodie Foster.
Which one?
I want to say she and a boyfriend walking Central Park really late. They're attacked. He's killed. She's assaulted, put in the hospital.
Oh, and she comes back?
She gets out and she hunts every one of those POSs down.
That's my favorite.
And it's just a beautiful thing.
And Denzel knows how to make these things. I mean, you could call it The Little Things, Equalizer 1 and 2, but nobody does these vengeance movies like Denzel. This one with Bob Odenkirk is kind of an interesting. Who played the doctor? Who played Dr.
Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future. He's in this movie. And see, for me, like it starts out, you're like, oh my God, I am leaning into this thing. It is going to be good. And then it kind of gets Hollywoody toward the end, where it's kind of, it's like it's a
93% liked it
because it's fun. I mean, it's fun, but it is so unbelievable. And to be honest with you, I went into Tomorrow War ready to hate it because it's got all the CGI, the shooting, it's just no storyline. It's just such a flimsy storyline that they barely follow. It had a lot of that stupid Hollywood stuff in there as well, but it wasn't awful. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It was fun. It wasn't
exactly.
It wasn't a great movie. It was fun.
It wasn't. There's a little too much shooting in it. I wish they would have chilled out on the shooting, but the whole idea, the monster looked good.
Come on, Eagle.
The monster looked like a big flea. Did you figure that as well? It looks like a big flea.
Did not notice that. Yeah.
Well, Men in Black gave us a big cockroach.
Yeah, right.
Was Edge of Tomorrow, the Tom Cruise film? Which one did you like more?
Edge of Tomorrow
is
way
great.
better. Edge of Tomorrow is a damn good movie. Really, one of the most underrated cruise movies out there.
It is so good.
It is damn good.
It's something, the acting's fun, the plot is fun.
The bad guy's good.
And everything's great in that movie. It's great.
That is probably the most not talked about Tom Cruise movie of all time.
I love it.
I think Cocktail gets talked more about than that.
And it was the movie was called The Brave One. In it, Jodie Foster is a New York radio host who endures a brutal attack that leaves her badly injured and her beloved fiance dead.
Oh yeah,
and then she goes on a personal quest for revenge.
Oh God.
It was awesome.
A little too accurate.
Just to look at, like La Colombiana, the same one where she's a little girl in Colombia and watches, these guys kill her entire family, and then she grows up and she's like, okay, pendejo, here I come.
That actress that's in Tomorrow War,
I just had her.
The grown-up version of his. What can I?
Yeah.
Connie Nielsen.
That'd be cool because I don't want to give away the plot line.
She was in Dexter.
She was also in. She's Handmaids.
Correct.
And Dexter's really. That's the first time I saw her on screen when she played one of Dexter's girlfriends
In season 5, right? The
Something
love
like that.
interest.
Yeah. After they killed off the one in the tub, that was like one of the best.
Right.
One of the best pivot scenes in any show in a long time. and then they bring her back
Dexter's
on.
such a great show to end so poorly.
Yeah.
But it's coming back, right?
And even Michael C. Hall said, the guy who plays Dexter, said it was when he read it, it was just the worst. But as an actor, you really don't have any power over it.
It's
you
just
just
terrible.
you just do the stuff. You just do the scenes. 407-916-11. There's been a lot of good sports news out there, man. The NBA Finals have really kind of taken a turn. It was 1-1, 2-1, and then all of a sudden now the Bucks. The Bucks have gone crazy, and now it's 3-2 or 3-2 Bucks.
I can't help. It's so strange. At the start of the series, I was like, man, get Chris Paul that ring.
Yep.
And then I don't really have a dog in the fight. I'm rooting for the Suns because of my mom. And then
But she's also from Wisconsin.
Something changed.
Yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
It's almost out. Keep working on it.
Nailed it.
Or the Greek.
Yeah.
Greek freak.
He's in a press conference and he answers a question, and it was one of the most inspiring things. I felt like I graduated college in the span of a minute.
What'd he say?
Life college. Honestly, it was all the question was Giannis, you're 26, and I've covered the NBA and all the stars for a very long time, and I've noticed that it's only until players get into their 30s where they figure out the ego thing, and it seems to me that you have figured out the whole ego problem in the sense of professional sports. How did you do it? And Giannis is 26 and wise beyond his years, sure. And his answer was basically talking about whenever you do good, it's inevitable that you're gonna feel too good. You're gonna have ego over when you go 30, 10, and 10. And then you get excited for the future, and that's pride. If you boast about what you've done in the past, that's ego. And if you focus on what you're going to do in the future, that's pride. But if you focus on in the now, that's humility. And it just made me go like, oh my God, I want the Bucks to win now.
One of the
this cat meditates.
One of the big sports broadcasters out there that almost everybody knows said that he stayed in Milwaukee, which is a small pissant market.
Hey.
It's not cute. It's not sexy. It's not glamorous. It doesn't have the coatings of New York or L.A.
Better
or
smell than Jacksonville, though.
or Houston or any of those, or Boston or any of those meccas of basketball. It doesn't have any of that. It's Milwaukee. It's not sexy. He stayed there. He's humble. And look how much it's paying off. The Bucks deserve a lot of credit for drafting what they thought was the best athlete and the best player, and they built the team around him, and they didn't budge. And he loves that market, and they love him. He's going to be there for a long time. And you're right, he doesn't have the ego. And I think that's a big reason why the team gets around him is they don't feel like they're just playing to make him the champion. He's playing to make the city the champion. And it's a completely different machine. Matter of fact, this is a great way to segue. Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game up next. Talk some sports.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
We're still looking at a parking lot from a disabled vehicle taking up the right lane, causing major delays south on 429 between the Turnpike and Stony Brook Ruts Parkway. Northbound travel on the Turnpike stop and go now from a crash taking up the right lane between 429 and State Road 50. We're seeing stop and go volume 2 heading west on I-4 between World Drive and 429. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic with delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy smoothies, milkshakes, and sundaes. They're crafted to crave at Wawa.
How does your house feel this summer? Does it feel good? Really? Does it? Well, sometimes it can't because you have those single pane aluminum frame windows. And basically, you might as well have a screen in there because all of your nice, expensive, cool air is going right out. You know what's coming in? that hot, humid air that we have all summer long here in Central Florida. And there's a good way to solve that. FAS Windows and Doors can do that for you. Double insulated vinyl windows will seal your home up, keeping that expensive cold air in, making your AC work less, which of course makes it last longer, saving you money on your power bills and in the long run for AC repairs. Not to mention your house is way quieter as well. That's one of the unspoken things with FAS Windows and Doors. Your house inside is a vacuum. It is so quiet and comfortable. You will tell the difference immediately. Hop on board today. Book these guys. Get a quote. Simply amazing at what they do. Their showroom easy to find as well. Fairbanks right there at I-4. It's FAS Windows and Doors. Online, FASWD.com.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
It's hot. It's humid. You wanted a relaxed pool party / barbecue. You got the human tsunami instead.
Cannonball!
Today, he's going for a world record splash that'll send inflatable swans into orbit. Dripping wet, you grab an ice-cold can of Heineken. When another man-child made wave embraces you.
Incoming!
It's okay, though. He's not splashing you. He's adding more refreshment to your refreshment. Heineken. Where others see annoying splashers, we see immediate refreshment. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy responsibly.
Is an Amscot cash advance right for you? Compare for yourself. Often, it can be less than the late fee on an overdue bill. With Amscot, you could get up to $500 on the spot with no credit check. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
At 7-Eleven, there's over 3,000 ways to brew your very own cup of hot or iced coffee. And with 7 Rewards, you can get any size coffee for $1. If you want to try something new every day, it'll only take 8 years. 7-Eleven, take it to 11. Expires 8/24/21. $1 plus tax where applicable at select stores. See app for terms.
At Walgreens, we're committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
When I lost my Chase debit card, I was like... But I locked my card on my Chase mobile app, and that feels like... That's what security feels like. Card locked.
Check and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Learn more at chase.com/banking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Enroll in Chase online or on the Chase mobile app. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
At International Diamond Center, we love our heroes in uniform. And that's why every day we offer special military family discounts on everything we sell.
We just want to give back to them and help them.
That's IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
Not only do they put their lives on the line, but their commitment to protect America is second to none.
Keith serves on the board for Operation Healing Forces and has a special heart for helping soldiers wounded in battle.
It's really about the families. A lot of these guys are broken and trying to get back to regular life.
But even beyond the military, this special pricing at IDC is also available for police, firefighters, medics, and other first responders. As our way of saying, we appreciate you.
People don't really think about what has been given to them, what these people have sacrificed. These men and women, not just men, they are special.
So if you serve our country or our community in uniform, just know at IDC we honor your service, we appreciate your sacrifice, and we want you as part of our family. International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations.
The free iHeart app, the one you use to listen to all your favorite radio stations and podcasts, is also your free music app. Yep, now you can collect and organize all the music you love into playlists for any mood or activity, and it's totally free. Your workout music, the make the hours fly by at work music, epic road trip music, all of it free for you to make the playlists for all of life's moments. Free to all and super easy to do. Start your playlist now on the iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 4 o'clock keyword is bank, and it is still worth that bank. So get over there and text it to 200-200 for your shot to win that money. We got to catch up to the monsters. They are stomping us.
We've only had one winner.
Stomping us. Oh, by the way, speaking of other shows, a big thing. Sean Wasson actually sent me a text out of nowhere today saying, hey, buddy, thinking about you. When you get back in town, let's get a drink, and just kind of chill out a little bit. I was very sweet of him. But, we try to hook up as much as possible. He's a real busy cat. I'm a busy cat. We have a great time together. Our girls absolutely adore each other. So when we do get together, we do have a lot of fun. But hopefully we can do that soon. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well every Monday around this time. We invite our good friend Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game to come over and talk some sports with us. BK, what's going on, buddy?
I am excited. It's a big Monday, and I'm sitting here with you guys, so it just got a little bit better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't mind making your day better. I do that for a lot of people.
I know.
Just an encounter with me is like the perfect cream in your coffee, my friend.
Jim walked by me in the hallway today and was like, "Hey, I'm about to shoulder check you." And Jim's got some thickness about him. He can pack a punch with his shoulder checks, and so I braced myself and I was ready for it, and then he just walked right by me and didn't do anything, and I just started wobbling. It was weird.
I threw the best change. I threw him an old Glavin circle change. Yeah. He wasn't expecting it all. Just breezed by him. I like checking you and Scott. I like checking Ross sometimes too.
You check Scott Harris?
Oh yeah. I just pick him up.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, he's the sweetest.
No, he's too small for that.
I carry him in my backpack sometimes.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to be riding roller coasters with me tomorrow at Universal. I said, buddy, I got bad news for you. I'm not a coaster guy. You'll be coastering it up with Sauce and the rest of the crew, not me, killer.
Is it because you fear them in any way, or because you're just...
I get motion sick. I've been motion sick since I was a kid. I can't even ride in the backseat of a car, really, sometimes. I mean, it's gotten way better, but still, no way
I would have actually bet the third option that we didn't discuss, which is you're just getting old and your back hurts when you're on roller coasters.
Look, I'm not that bad. I mean, I would be fine. Like, I could ride Thunder Mountain Railroad, but that's not even...
What?
Did I need that disrespect?
I mean...
Did you hear that?
I heard a chuckle.
It sounded like it was coming from my direct left.
This is our version of checking you back.
Okay, is that what it is? All right. So let's talk some sports. We were just talking a little bit about the NBA Finals. Giannis is amazing. I think a lot of people expected the Suns.
I had to teach them this. The G is silent.
Oh, is it?
Giannis.
Is it Giannis? Okay. But
go for the last name. Kravitz, come on.
Antetokounmpo.
Nice. You do, and you clean it up there.
Can we all take our own turns trying to say it and being foolish? Because I definitely Antetokounmpo.
Well, Jim in the break was having trouble with Colin Morikawa, so I don't like his chances here.
I couldn't even get that. I was going a little Stephen A on him. I don't know what's happening. But either way, we do have the NBA Finals. I think a lot of people thought up front that Phoenix may not have a cakewalk with this, but that Phoenix may be a little too difficult to beat with, but it doesn't look like that's the case at all. I mean,
no, actually, I think you're right in what you say. That was the most popular prediction coming into this series, Phoenix in 4. That became a popular meme because of the obnoxious fan that held up the number 4. You've probably seen that image online by now. But that was a legitimate prediction from, I think, most people. If you were to poll what most people thought was going to happen, Phoenix in 4 was a popular answer. They came in, they steamrolled their competition leading up to getting into the NBA Finals. They beat the Lakers in order to do it. They polish off some of the Clippers. They polish off the Nuggets, and so they beat the MVP.
Yeah,
the two super teams, quote unquote, on their way, even though they were injured.
I think when they beat the Nuggets is when everybody thought, "Oh my God!" Well, I mean,
because they swept them,
right? Exactly.
Yeah, and then coming into this series, one thing that we forget now that we're many games and really a historic performance removed, several historic performances. Giannis was questionable coming into this series. We didn't know if he was going to be able to play. Game 1 was a surprise. He went out there, he played, and he was pretty good. And then since then, he's just been superhuman. He has been the best player on planet Earth since that moment. He's been great.
Did they swerve him? Is that what happened? Do you think Milwaukee maybe put out a whole beware of the injured athlete kind of thing?
I don't know. That injury looked pretty legitimate when his knee bent in a way your knee isn't supposed to bend.
They floated out there like, I don't know if this guy's got the step now. I don't, it's just, and everybody else is like, oh yeah, we got it now, no problem. Giannis is down,
Maybe.
we're good.
Yeah, Phoenix gets overconfident, and then Giannis comes in. But Phoenix wins the first 2 games, and then that Phoenix and 4 crowd got really loud and confident after that. I've been unwavering throughout the course of the postseason, Jim. I'm not going to lie, and here's a pat on the back.
All right.
I had the Bucks all the way through.
There's my boy. That's my boy.
Never changed my prediction.
What was that?
Never wavered, not for a single moment. Giannis had injuries. Chris Middleton's been up and down. They've had their deficits, their bad games. Never wavering. Oh, the Hawks got cute for a second.
Yeah, they were adorable.
I love what I'm seeing, and Giannis is one of the most likable athletes in all of sports, and to see him on this great stage, being able to, with one more win against Phoenix, just shed that perception of great athlete, but he can't really shoot.
Right, yeah.
Scared at the free throw line when he's on the road.
Right.
And he's just not a champion.
But I hate that. But that defense, bro. He plays the defense of 2.5 players.
That's the thing. That's one of the reasons I feel confident in saying that right now he's the best player on the planet, because it's not just about what he does on offense, where he's dominant in the paint, and he has his issues shooting outside, but that's only because he attempts it. He doesn't really need to have that as part of his game. We forget that defense is a part of the game too.
Yeah, his presence,
and he's very good.
His presence is half a point. I mean, it's just they would say that about Tiger. Having him in the final, that's a shot and a half to him. Just playing against him because of the intimidation factor.
For me to see Milwaukee get a championship, literally 50 years after their one and only in 1971.
Good for the league.
It's great for the city. It's good for the league. It's good to see guys like Giannis winning, making a good name for NBA athletes, especially after all the LeBron stuff we went through.
Yeah.
I just know that, it would just be great. I know Paul, and it'd be great to see him have a ring before he retires, but
that's just,
city's been waiting 50
the thing.
damn years for this.
Yeah. Well, the Suns, I believe, don't have a championship at all. So you've got
they had their shot with Barkley and those
still
guys.
Can't feel bad for them, though.
You've got 2 great stories. You've got a lot of likable stars: Chris Paul, Devin Booker on the Phoenix side, and then Giannis with Milwaukee. I agree. I feel like even though this is probably Chris Paul's last opportunity, Giannis is the type of player that really could go down as a top 5, top 10 player all time. And in order to enter into that conversation, you've got to shed that, but you don't have a ring thing. And I just can't wait till we can get past that and appreciate Giannis for the player and in person that he is. I mean, he's an incredibly likable athlete.
Anybody who's playing the card of he doesn't have a ring obviously doesn't know that he was born in 94. He is 26. What? Give me one all-star basketball.
He's the same age as my kid.
Yeah.
I'm going home now. See you guys
just
tomorrow.
Whenever people play that card to you, just remind them of that little fact.
Yeah.
He's way ahead of schedule. I don't understand that.
It's so crazy because we will talk golf in a second. Colin Morikawa is 24.
Oh.
2 majors, 24 years old, only the second player in the history to do that. But, going back, it's funny. We look at these athletes are bigger than life, and we hear their ages, but we don't really apply that. He's 26, and he's carrying a franchise.
Yeah.
A $1 billion company right there on his shoulders at 26 years old. I know what I was doing at 26.
Really? What?
It wasn't carrying a $1 billion franchise on my shoulders.
I had just graduated from UCF. Not because I went backpacking through Europe, but because I'm that dumb and it took me that long to graduate from college.
Right. I think my claim to fame at 26 is I could blow a bong hit out of one nostril and it would look like a piece of floating PVC pipe for about 3 seconds. I think that was my claim to fame.
Everybody's got a different life trajectory.
Exactly.
So I'm sure he'll be doing that at some point later on down the road. They just got to live in reverse.
When's the next game, by the way?
The next game is tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, Game 6 in Milwaukee, where Game 5 was so pivotal. And the big play there was Drew Holiday, their point guard, steals the ball from Devin Booker. They go sprinting down the other side. Giannis, alley-oop, slam, had this incredible stare-down pose at the end, and that sealed the game. That was in Phoenix. Both of these teams have played incredible basketball at home, at their home arenas, and this was the first time in this series that we've seen a road team go and win. That, to me, is just Phoenix is just. It's just a matter of time before they get polished off.
It's going to be weird. I mean, and not that we always hear this argument all the time. It's better to win it at home, of course, because you get, this is one of those situations where you would, if LA's winning it for the 40th time in a row, I don't care. I don't care if they win it in Canada.
Right.
But for this team, you want to see them win it at home. I mean, either one of these guys, if they're going to take it down, let that final moment, let the people rush the floor. Let that happen. I mean, that's part of the experience, right?
I couldn't agree more, eh?
Well,
yeah.
They don't rush the floor in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's
they
frowned
can't.
upon. But
those cheeseheads can do whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you have 4-century season tickets to one football team, you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Everybody knows.
You like cheese? Let me on the floor.
Right, everybody knows everybody in the state anyway. I mean, everybody. Let's move on to golf real quick because I think this is a big story. And the reason why is this: I've watched and played golf for a very long time. Watched all of Tiger's career, watched all of Ernie Els's career, all the great players. I've been watching it pretty consistently since the mid to late 80s. So all the players that were wrapped up in those eras and going forward, I know a little bit about. Even the players you didn't know about. I remember hearing about Brooks Koepka when he was a college player because a bunch of my buddies are saying there's this bull coming out of Florida State that hits it dead straight and doesn't even want to play the game for a living. I mean, he seems bored with it, but he just hits it so freaking straight. And all of a sudden you start watching the small tours, you see his name everywhere. Then you see him on the big tour, learn how to play at the PGA level because you do have to learn to play at the big tour level. It's a different machine altogether. And then once that happened, you see this guy come out. And I mean, he is a major machine. There is no player on the tour like Brooks Koepka. There is none. But now there's another guy.
Oh, really? What's his name?
His name is Colin Morikawa.
Excellent, ladies and gentlemen.
And here's the best part. I thought I got it wrong. Anyway.
I noticed that kind of speed through, but I wasn't going to highlight it.
Sir Nick Faldo said one of the coolest things about him. He said, you know what? Everybody comes out here. All we can talk about is Bryson DeChambeau. You should have seen the crowds for DeChambeau on Friday. They were following him around just because he hits the ball a long way. Because he's just basically a freak of nature, length, right? But he hit it everywhere on the golf course and barely made the cut. And they were like, God bless the guy who hits it 280, 290. And he can move it, though. I mean, he can hit it past 300, but consistently he's probably in that 290, 300 range. And on the PGA Tour, that's kind of average these days. You got to hit it like 320 to get anybody's attention. And you got to fly it that far to get anybody's attention. Guys like Rory do it. Dustin does it. Guys like that, Dustin Johnson. But Morikawa's made his money where I think the most important part of the game outside of putting is, and he's an unbelievable iron player. You watch the guy surgically destroy that golf course, pick it apart, and really the number he shot, which was what, 15?
15 under? Yeah.
Could have been 20. Because I mean, he just, there are a lot of putts when you go through the round where just because of the nature of those golf courses, they're really bumpy, the way the roll goes. I mean, the guy could have shot a number like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's so clutch. But the statement, I think, that when you and I talk sports and we talk about winners, flashy players, losers, grinders, and people are always there. Said the number one thing that I loved hearing that I think you could apply to any aspect of your life. What do you think the big reason you won? He goes, well, one of the reasons is because I didn't come here for the British Open experience. I came here to win the British Open. And you hear a lot of players, even seasoned players will tell you, I'll go play because I want the experience. Oh, excuse me.
There he is.
He's just dying.
A little bit every day.
The experience
Thanks, Bradshaw.
of playing the British Open. I came here to win the British Open. He had played the Scottish the week before, played very well there. Or no, played okay there. Didn't have a very good finish, but learned
His
something.
putting was a mess, was the problem. And then he came back strong with the British Open,
but
which was
learned
great.
something there and then came over, learned how those greens are. If you notice, a lot of the American players left a lot of putts short because those greens are way slower than American greens. But man, he said that. When he said it, I was like, that's the mentality you got to have if you want to win. Don't care what the venue is. You're there to win, man.
Right.
You're not there to have an experience or a good time or because the sandwiches are good. You're a professional.
And I think it would have been easy to go, this is the first time I'm playing here. Nobody expects me to win. I just need to get to know this golf course, the layout, the way that things are played over here, and then I can sort of rack up the experience and propel me for a better opportunity in the future. That's usually what happens with the British Open is that you go out there, you kind of experience it, you go through your woes, you earn your stripes, and then you go back, and if you're talented enough, then you go and win. He did this at 24 years old, for the first time ever in the Open, he goes out and wins it.
I will tell you something, man. And I played the game for quite a long time, and I played at a pretty good level at one point, and I'm still not a bad player now. Those 2 rounds from Louis and Colin on Saturday and Sunday were master lessons in iron play. I don't know that you can hit irons better than that on a consistent basis for 36 holes. I mean, Louis had a few slips on Saturday and Sunday. He doesn't play well on the weekends. He same thing in the Open. He hits one bad drive, or he's the U.S. Open champion. But he just has that. We know that about him. But man, this kid Colin is a stone cold killer. He doesn't care about the moment.
He doesn't. He is so calm, cool, and collected. I love it. Louis Oosthuizen, by the way, was my pick, and man, I was feeling so confident
that's a
going into the weekend.
He's hitting it so good, though, man.
He's won the Open before. Yeah. He's been around in the majors. This guy is just constantly in the mix.
Puts it so well now. You got that putting thing where he does that one grip thing, and then he grips it, lets it rip, and he just putted it so well.
He's not a superstar like these other guys are, and the leaderboard was riddled with big names. This, to me, is the health of golf, is when this happens.
You're right.
I don't need the one guy. I'm not even going to reference the name and could he be the next, whatever. I want 5 or 6 names that I'm invested in going into a Sunday of a big golf tournament.
With the possibility of any number happening, 60 or 80. I mean, to me, that's exciting, and I agree 100%. And the British Open gives you something that's kind of unique because in America, at the U.S. Open, nobody freaks out because you're American. I mean, they can say any international player's name and they'll get the same applause. But, buddy, when Ian Poulter steps on the tee at the British Open with the Ryder Cup 2 months away or whatever, brother, let me tell you, you're hearing it. And that's cool to me because I love that. Those fans are different golf fans. All my buddies, the friends that I know that play on the PGA Tour, when they played the Open and they come back, they tell you, man, there is such a great appreciation for the game there that's so different than American golf that you can see a player hit a shot to 30 feet. And people will lose their mind because they understand how hard the shot was to even get it to that point. Where in America, if it's on a foot away because of the Tiger thing, nobody cares.
Right.
I mean, if you're not hitting 2 iron to an inch in America, everybody's bored. But in there, I mean, if you hit a really clever, well-crafted shot and give yourself a chance for par or birdie that is against the odds based on the situation, man, they go crazy. And I love that about those guys.
You mentioned American golf fans, and I do wonder if some of the shine, and if some of the shine is off of Bryson DeChambeau, because I would think, like you mentioned, that he's probably getting the biggest galleries in golf today.
He's the biggest draw right now.
Well, you got to win. You have to back that up and be in contention. And with these majors, he's just nowhere to be found.
And and the funny thing is, his mouth. The whole thing with the Cobra. He talks about his driver because it is driver everywhere. And then he said something about his driver. Of course, he's a Cobra player. And then that turned out to be a media thing.
Then Brooks Koepka commented on it.
Oh my God, that's what I was about to say. Azinger is one of my favorite commentators, by the way, because when they interviewed Brooks Koepka after the round. The first thing Todd Lewis says to him, he goes, "Well, how do you feel today?" He goes, "Great." He goes, "Yeah, man, I drove it great. Love my driver." That's all it took.
Yeah.
Love my driver is a 3-word stab in the neck of DeChambeau. And they both almost started laughing because they realized what a cut it is. You could literally hear Azinger barely able to contain himself about how funny it was that this dude at the British Open is still keeping this little battle alive. I loved it.
I'm amazed that with how robotic Brooks Koepka is, that he's becoming the baby face in this situation. And people are turning on Bryson DeChambeau.
That's how unlikable that guy is, though. By the way, a lot of people on tour kind of, even his company came at him and said, "You know what? We try to make Bryson happy." When you're requesting half a degree loft changes.
Well, when you're difficult and cocky, that plays well when you win. When you don't, people turn on you so fast.
Yes. When you don't, you're Ricky Fowler.
Yeah.
When you don't, you're Ricky Fowler. You get a lot of attention. You never win.
But he's a lot more likable.
And you're likable. That's the
thing.
He's
a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He's got to make some cuts, though. Thanks, buddy. Good seeing you.
This segment brought to you by Certified Financial Group. Don't just trust anybody with your money. Certified Financial Group is on your side. 12 certified financial planners, all under one roof. Their mission is to put you first. So if you're ready for a second opinion, visit them online, financialgroup.com, or dial pound 250 and say the keyword certified planner. Start planning for tomorrow, today.
Always good talking to you, buddy.
Love it.
And by the way, somebody sent a text in and said that your interview with Magic GM.
Hammond took some balls to ask him about Bamba and not let Hammond give him a, quote, cookie-cutter GM answer.
Very good.
You know what? Credit goes to, I appreciate that. Credit goes to the Magic general manager for answering the question. He is a lot more candid in interviews than you usually get from Magic executives.
Can you get that
good
podcast
stuff.
somewhere to hear that interview? Is
Yes,
it up?
You can search In the Zone on the iHeartRadio app. It's our Best of the Best channel, and just search for the John Hammond GM interview. Just scroll down, probably past about 6 interviews. But yeah, that was a good one, and he provided the quote of the day. Mo Bamba does not have a lot of time
that's
to prove himself.
You're on the clock, bitch.
You're basically. You said it, not me.
All right, man. We'll see you later, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This week is going to be a lot stormier than the last week thanks to a frontal boundary that's set up just to our north, helping to pool deep tropical moisture over the region all week long. Tonight's low 74, storms ending early. Tomorrow's high 92, a 70% chance for afternoon storms. That trend continues all week. Heavy rain, frequent lightning, and wind gusts to 45 are the main threats. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Amtrak. Whether you're craving a breath of fresh mountain air, an exciting new adventure, or just some free babysitting from Grandma, Amtrak can get you there. With more than 500 destinations across the country. Everything you're missing, just an Amtrak away.
Man, look, if you wear contact lenses, you might want to listen up here in a second. I don't know if you're tired of having red, itchy eyes. You feel like there's sand in your eyes while wearing your contact lenses? Well, you could be suffering from a condition known as contact lens intolerance, or CLI. And contact lens intolerance affects millions of contact lens wearers. And if you have any of the symptoms I just mentioned, you could be one of them. The cool thing is, the Filatowski Eye Institute are leaders in vision correction surgery and can help you with this issue. Simply schedule your free consultation today by texting 1041 to 868686. Again, it's easy. Schedule your free consultation to learn more today by texting 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
The heat is on. That means the highest power bills of the year are on the way. It's time to smile when you see your power bill.
I smile because I save $300 a month on my power bill.
I smile because I'm saving my environment with a sustainable power choice.
We smile because we chose Solar Source.
Don't let another summer power bill pass you by. Get your free savings estimate today from Solar Source with next day appointments available. Visit solarsource.com. Now, when it comes to power, trust the source. Solar Source.
When emails are answered, workout is finished, kids are dressed, and the sun is barely up, it's time for McDonald's. Now with bundles, your order is automatic, like a sausage McMuffin and hash browns for $2 or a McDouble and small fries for $3 later. With so much juggling in a day, the easiest part is getting your faves with bundles at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid when product served. Offer not valid for McDelivery.
To be on the retail side and see the prices that we're able to do is amazing.
International Diamond Center's Michael Henneke used to be a jewelry wholesaler, and even he can't believe the diamond prices at IDC.
Coming from the wholesale side of the business, from here to Los Angeles to New York, I know what things go for, I know what things should be priced. So coming here, I was very shocked as far as what we're able to give the customers in terms of value.
Michael says it all comes back to IDC owner Keith LeClaire and his lifelong connections on the world diamond market.
His buying power as well as connections in the game is the best. I've never seen anything like that. Sometimes when customers come in here and we give them a price, they're shocked, like, how are you able to do that?
So before you buy a diamond at an ordinary jewelry store, a mall store, or online, come experience real diamond value at IDC. Michael says, like all his happy customers, you'll be surprised at how much more you get for your money.
They're mind-boggled. I'm happy. She gets the ring she wants, and he becomes the hero.
International Diamond Center, Orlando's direct diamond importer, with 4 convenient locations, online at shopidc.com.
Get savings on Pro Essentials at the Lowe's Just for Pros event going on now. Save on select appliance special values. Plus, save an additional $50 when you buy 2 or more appliances, each price $396 or more. Find more savings throughout the store at Lowe's, the new home for pros. Must ask cashier to apply discount in store. Online must use promo code. Can't be combined with any other discounts. See Lowe's.com for exclusions and terms. Valid 7/15 through 8/4. U.S. only.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Because there's only one you. Vuse Alto is the vape as unique as you are. With Vuse by You, you can make your unique mix with any of 4 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. So how will you do you? Make Vuse Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Vuse.com. Vuse. Charge beyond. Vapor products. Underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
The only thing worse than hiring no law firm after your injury is hiring the wrong law firm. When thousands of people call us every year asking to help them change law firms, I wonder why they ever call the other firm. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
There are 1,000 reasons you're too busy to shop for groceries. 1,001 if you include teaching your cat Sprinkles to high five. So order your groceries from Walmart instead. Our team of expert shoppers is trained to handpick the best, freshest items, and you can choose fast delivery or free pickup. So you get the juiciest tomatoes, sweetest mangoes, and tastiest ribs while saving time for other things. If that doesn't earn you a high five from Sprinkles, I'm not sure what will. Order your groceries from Walmart today. $35 minimum. Delivery fees and restrictions apply.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Real Radio 104.1. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hard to eat the Cuban sandwich that way, though. 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. We'll have another keyword for you in about 10 minutes or so. An opportunity to win that $1,000. Look, the 4 o'clock one is still valid. It's bank, B-A-N-K. Go get that money.
Couple more minutes.
Monsters are stomping us out like Godzilla. God almighty.
Yeah, Larry in Palm Bay was a winner this morning. I believe the very first winner of the day in this national contest.
Congrats, Larry.
Yep.
Yeah, Larry.
How many do they have now? 4 or 3?
3 on their show, 1 on our show, and 1 on News Junkie.
There you go.
5 for the station.
Come on, guys. Text better.
Yeah, text faster.
Text bank at 200-200.
Yeah, that's a good clarification.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dave.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. This texting service is the funniest thing ever. Let's see. So a lot of people were texting about what I should get the nurses, and I saw earlier that a few people did not know what was going on with me being out a few days last week or whatever. My mom was in the hospital with some pretty serious stuff, and she still has some serious stuff. We just discovered some pretty serious kidney disease. She'll require dialysis for the rest of her life, and some other things. She is reacting very, very well to the treatment, and the nurses at the hospital that she was receiving her help, her care, have been so unbelievable. And I was just looking for some ideas of stuff to get them. I've thought of gift baskets with, and my wife could help me pick out some cool stuff she thinks maybe girls would like. I'm going to spend a little money on it. I want it to be nice. I want them to remember it.
No male nurses there?
No male nurses took care of my mom. No, we had one person who was a male who was a nurse the entire time, and he was basically like a beginner, like an orderly or something. He came in and cleaned up,
I had the perfect gift.
What?
So there's like 6 to 7
nurses
that specifically that you remember.
Really 5.
5.
About 5 of them, really.
What about the night shift when you're not there?
Oh, yeah. That texting service has been saying that a lot. Don't forget the night crew. No, the texting service is saying, listen, everybody with the thank yous when the family comes in during the day, they think of the nurses that you see during the day, but you don't think of the night crew. So, Jimmy, I say you're willing to lay into some money.
Yeah, Jack.
I'm thinking, the more cruises you buy, you get a discount, right? So you buy a good 10 cruises. Little 3-day jaunts. I'm not talking like some 7-day craziness in the Caribbean.
Couple hundo.
Couple hundo each.
And Jim,
it's such a good play.
It's true.
It's such a good play to say, what about the night nurses, Jim? That you've just got to mention you're willing to spend a few dollars on this. What about the night crew?
You can't forget the night crew.
There's 8 or 10 of them, right?
I say we just skip the whole cruise thing because cruises are like in a weird dilemma. I say, skip the middleman and buy them boats.
No, I'm going to buy them boats. Get out of here.
Buy them red bottoms.
Red bottoms?
Yes.
No, I'm not buying like $800 shoes.
Crocs.
I don't even know they're.
Les Boutons. Get him some red bottom Crocs.
Nurses love a good Croc.
You know what Crocs cost?
Crocs are expensive, but let me tell you what. These girls are in some. A matter of fact, they were in I was like, you know what? There's some damn expensive tennis shoes in this hospital.
Oh, my gosh.
Because every single person in the hospital had on like $150 straight up marathoner shoes because you're on your feet like all the time. There's no break.
I'll bet you the orderly was the one wearing the cheapest shoes there. And as his career grows, the more he's going to realize that $150, that when you have it to spend on shoes when you're on your feet, 14, 16, 18 hours a day.
I found this very odd. Sometimes this happens with the callers, and it's worth saying. We had more than one caller. We had 2 callers call up and suggest the same exact thing, and I thought they were just joking on me because I was like, they must have coordinated this. They both said a cookie bouquet.
Oh.
A bouquet of cookies.
So instead of flowers, it's just long stems with chocolate chip cookies or cookies on the end,
All
right?
All kinds of cookies.
That's
You're
not a bad idea.
You're a gourmet chef, Jimmy. You should cook them up something awesome.
I'm not a good baker, though. I'm a savory cook. I'm not a good baker.
It's time to express your love and learn a new skill.
Yeah, but I can just I can buy that skill.
Yeah, they don't want food from him. They want it wrapped from a factory.
Gift cards for really good shoes would be a perfect gift. You put those as the leaves on the cookies. So you bake the cookies.
No.
You're talking like that's too
You're right. Right. No, we'll back it down. Gift cards. Just
whatever.
Gift cards.
But the problem is
it could be Dunkin'. It could be Starbucks.
There's no Starbucks in Palaca.
What do they? What do they?
What
have?
about St.
What do they
Augustine?
have?
Word.
Did it get voted out?
Okay. Walmart gift cards.
I got one of those. See?
And a Winn-Dixie.
Well, that's there. They got a Winn-Dixie.
Would they riot if a Starbucks opened up in Palatka?
No, I mean they wouldn't riot because they wouldn't go. I mean, they would go to Dunkin' or Racetrack or any of the other places like that.
Publix gift cards.
Boom.
Publix gift cards.
Boom.
Always a huge. Is there a Publix? In Palatka?
Oh yeah, there's a good Publix.
Don't forget the night shift.
Oh god.
So whatever you buy.
And the tech nurse, because the tech nurse is the one that makes.
You know what Jack is doing?
Jack
is reducing the value of everybody's gift right now by continuing opening his mouth. Because every time he mentions another person I have to buy a gift for, look, I'm budgeting this. This is how much I'm spending.
It's not just the people you talk to, but the tech nurse who actually has the intimate interaction with your mom.
So you're saying the care that your mother received.
Get out of here with that. I'm saying
so
that.
You're saying.
I'm saying that they were really good, and if I was tipping them at a restaurant,
about $50 good.
I would tip them probably 25-30%. That's what a great job they've done.
And it's probably 3 shifts in a day, right?
407-916-1041. I'm going to twist Jack's head off during this break.
And that sweet receptionist.
No. There's no. No.
Oh, there isn't a receptionist at your hospital?
There's a receptionist.
Oh, did you date her in high school?
No.
What? It's Palatka, dude.
That was a stretch.
Well, the look on his face was like, dude, you don't want to go down memory lane with her.
Yeah, well, sweet's not exactly where I'd go when it came to. If I pulled out the old description book, I wouldn't land on sweet will do.
That's it. From now, she's known as Sweet.
If Sweet is a 5'7", 230-pound woman that could twist your face off.
That sounds sweet to me.
While shifting in the 13th gear. Yeah,
just because you were intimidated,
they're handsome women up there.
It doesn't mean that that individual can't be nice. Boats.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I really want this to take every dollar out of your pocket.
And someone else, a very good text, nurses may not be able to wear Crocs because of the holes.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't want to pour money into, because like Jack said, Crocs ain't cheap.
Didn't see one pair of Crocs. Everybody just had on really, really nice like running shoes, like Hoka's or, Brooks.
I've never heard of Hoka's.
Yeah, really, really nice stuff. So, by the way, I love your take your calls. I do want to do one segment with calls with suggestions from you guys. I'm looking to tip these nurses out to do something nice for them. I think I'm probably going to spend like maybe $300-400 or something.
Whoa!
That's
cash,
good,
baby.
That's good. That's good. That's fair.
I'm not going to hand them cash. That's gauche. I'm not going to do that. I want to do something nice.
Oh,
Either get a really, really nice flower arrangement that says thank you from us, that it maybe has some gift cards sticking out of it as well, like something like that.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Plastic cash is better.
Get out of here. All right, back in a second.
Let's go.
Hey, your next keyword coming up in like 5 if Jack decides to do it.
Well, and watch as Jimmy pops Jack's head off.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Traffic still at a standstill due to a disabled vehicle taking up the right lane heading south on 429 between the Turnpike and Stony Brook West Parkway. We're also seeing stop-and-go volume westbound on I-4 between World Drive and 429. Slow traffic from an earlier wreck north on the Turnpike between 429 and State Road 50. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect is a new world of possible with innovative tools. This week, get 30% back in Staples Store bonus when you buy any 2 ink cartridges. In-store only. Offer N724. Limit 4. Visit staplesconnect.com/store bonus for details. Staples Connect, the working and learning store.
Look, man, that big doorbell company out there is doing it again. You know exactly who I'm talking about. This time, they're sharing your internet with your neighbors. How's that sound? And by the way, no way for you to know which neighbors. That's even better. And even better, some of these internet providers can flag your account because this will go against your internet agreement. You know, allowing strangers to connect to your internet is inherently risky, and obviously sharing your internet connection could pose risks that third parties can get access to all of your data, all that banking, all that info just going back and forth across your Wi-Fi. They can hack into that. Unless you have a SafeTouch security system. That's what happens with smart shoppers. They only use SafeTouch. And a SafeTouch system assures you complete peace of mind that you have the best security available. Even your cameras are protected by SafeTouch systems. And with that SafeTouch system, not only can you get the fastest possible emergency response, you have complete control of your system's cameras and your internet. And get this, they start as low as $29.95 a month. Call for that free demo and a consultation today. You will be impressed. This is the company I've used to protect my family and belongings for over 10 years, and they've never let me down one time. By far, the most comprehensive security company out there right now. It's safetouch.com, state license EF233.
In the time before AT&T fiber internet.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
What did you do, love?
I ran out of internet data.
And they're making you shame walk.
No, it's just how I feel. Shame! Shame!
In the time after AT&T fiber internet.
Nice to have unlimited internet data, right?
Right.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. Restrictions apply.
Did you know that the majority of adults are unsure if their advisors are obligated to act in their best interests?
If you're not sure, trust Certified Financial Group. With 12 certified financial planners, they serve as fiduciaries and are committed to acting in your best interest. They even put their guarantee in writing.
Schedule your no-obligation visit at financialgroup.com, where they're planning tomorrow, today. Financial planning and investment advice for a fee through Certified Advisory Corporation, a registered investment advisor.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 22 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is a land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354. $7 down, $3.89 per month for 84 months. 3.9 APR. Offer absolute expires on July 31st, 2021.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates. But don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
Summertime is a great time for a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. You know, a Mossy Oak Fence will add appeal and value to your home, and more importantly, provide safety and security for your family, for your children, and for your pets. Mossy Oak Fence also sets the standard for quality, offering the best warranty in the business. We're talking premium, quality custom fences that are built to last. Call or visit mossyoakfences.com, where your family's safety and security is their #1 priority. It's mossyoakfences.com. CraftBeerStudios.com.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. You know how I feel about craft beers, and one of the best spots to go get you some is Tampa Bay. Why don't you plan a trip out to Tampa Bay? And while you're out there, sign up for Bay Crafted Pass. With the Bay Crafted Pass, you can earn yourself a pint glass, a t-shirt. All you have to do is go to baycrafted.com. You sign up there, put your information there, and you can earn yourself a pint glass or a t-shirt. While you're in Tampa Bay, make sure you visit Cigar City. Make sure you visit Motorworks. Tampa Bay, best concentration of craft breweries in Central Florida, and it's brought to you by Bay Crafted, baycrafted.com. Sign up now.
Every day, someone comes up to me and says, Amy, how amazing is Xfinity Internet? And I always say, guys, I could go on and on about how it gives you more than just fast speeds for all your work, school, and everything from home needs, but I have places to be. I'd also mention you can save up to $400 a year on wireless when you add Xfinity Mobile and get nationwide 5G at no extra cost. But I gotta run. I have a thing. Really, it happens all the time. Can your internet do that?
Save on your wireless bill when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together for just $40 a month. You'll get internet for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and mobile with our 1 gig wireless data option. Visit an Xfinity store to learn how our Switch Squad makes switching fast and easy. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 8/8/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares optimized pricing of top carriers. Xfinity Internet required.
The Dave single from Wendy's made with fresh, never frozen beef has the power to blow your mind. But now that the Dave single is buy one, get one for $1, as well as the spicy or classic chicken sandwich and the spicy or crispy 10-piece nuggets, Wendy's BOGO for $1 deal is gonna blow your mind and your speakers. Get these faves. BOGO $1 only at Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with combo or any other offer.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio 104.1 has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword CASH, CASH, CASH to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and information. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's CASH to 200-200. And may your efforts bear fruit.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text our show at 77031. I haven't said it today, but you don't have to wait for us to bring something up. You had something on your mind you want to talk about, a question to ask us, you're more than welcome to do that. Again, that is 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Cash is your keyword. Text that to 200-200.
That's right. Win that money for sure. Jack's here.
Good evening.
And
Mr.
Ross is as well.
Hell yeah.
Trivia a little bit later this hour, top of the hour, of course. We have your keyword, like Deb said, it's cash, C-A-S-H. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win.
Some cash.
Our boy Ross did a set at the Improv last night. Took my bride out to watch him, and he, it pains me to say, but he was excellent.
Really?
I don't know why it pains you.
Yeah. He was excellent. And and I got to see some other people I know perform. As a matter of fact, Sabrina and also Joel. And these are the people that are going to be bringing you the Real Radio We Come to You comedy tour. That's happening this Saturday and the next Saturday in Ocala and Leesburg. And if you go to orlandocomedy.com, you can be part of it. It was a date night for me and my wife. We went out. Had a great time. It's hard not to have a great time at a comedy show.
Yeah.
But it was really good.
Good.
It was better than I expected.
How was Dwayne's list or set?
It was great.
Was he?
It was good.
He was.
He's so funny.
He was really good.
That's good, man.
He was really good.
We had a lot
Sabrina
of fun.
too. Yeah.
Everyone went pretty hard. So it's happening this weekend, this Saturday. Get your tickets at Orlando Comedy. me, Sabrina, Dwayne, we're all going to be at the Marion Theater. And if you can pick up on my excitement in my voice, it's because it's authentic and I really like doing this.
Good. I think it's going to be a good time.
Is that the one Kevin Hart's going to be at?
Yeah.
No, that's the one that he's not going to be at.
Right.
I don't know why Mr. Stone, Dan Stone, the voice of Real Radio, thought that. I think it was a miscommunication.
It's a good listen, though.
Yeah, it's
I
funny.
love your panic.
People think that was a mistake. I mean, I think the spot is them actually arguing on whether or not another comic's going to be at his comic gig.
I love it.
All right, 407-916-1041. We talked about the thing with my mom, and I asked for you guys to give me some ideas of what I can tip these nurses out. They've been an absolute dream up there.
Yeah.
Helping me and informing me, calling me on my personal phone to tell me information like things you've never even heard of. These guys were so good. So I'm looking for something to give them, do something nice. We have had a lot of textures. I did want some calls as well. Everything from bouquets to cookies to gift cards to, just pretty much books. People are saying books.
Well, especially for home care nurses. So when your mom gets out of rehab and if she does end up having someone who comes and stays with her a couple times, it might be nice to have a book there as a gift, even if it's something that, was re-gifted.
Somebody said massages, but I think that would be odd for me to give them a massage.
Well, it's a gift card.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they want
pro.
Wouldn't you be great if I made a professional-looking card that was giving them a massage, and then at the end it said it was from me?
Yeah.
And then it was a picture of me winking at them?
And on the back it says happy ending option.
Well, there you Whoa.
That's an IOU right there.
There it is.
At any time.
The happy ending's on you. That's a cash situation.
No, they're used to hearing that.
Right.
Someone did text us at 77031 saying if Jimmy's going to spend the money you were talking about, he should send a catered lunch over. Now, they make a really good point about this. Feed the unit. Healthcare workers are always so low on time. They'll appreciate not having to go out. It's money in their pocket because they don't have to buy lunch. They also don't have to eat hospital food, and it will take care of most of the people.
That's a really good idea. Maybe you set up a little buffet the way they used to do here at the
They
station.
say Panera or Starbucks is a good one to cater.
Yeah. No Starbucks.
That is so funny
sorry.
to me.
Sorry.
Maybe it's me being the city boy, but I just thought Starbucks literally was like, I don't know, by law had to be every other mile.
It is. It's everywhere.
And by
except
law,
Palatka.
right? And by law in Palatka, you can't pay $3.10 for a cup of coffee.
Exactly, because that'll get you kicked out of Palatka. Are you kidding?
This is what will be said right here. You paid what?
For coffee?
For coffee? Well, you can get it at Dunkin' for like $1.
Unmovable object, unstoppable force.
That's
Starbucks and Palatka.
Son, you did what? A cup of what? Yeah, they wouldn't. It was black coffee, sugar. It's black coffee with sugar like poking out of the top of it is what it is. It's just a syrup. It's coffee syrup.
Yeah, the coffee you made in the morning, in fact, is still good that afternoon. Just heat it up in the microwave.
But that's common. I think a lot of people do that. Like my mom will drink coffee, or back in the day, she would drink coffee that it was like No Country for Old Men coffee. It's been sitting there for like a day and a half. I think it's good. Is there any rats in it? No. Nope. All right, it's good.
That's a vintage 1962.
Exactly. That one's been oxygenated.
Yeah.
Joey, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Good, Mr. Colbert. How are you, sir?
Doing fine.
Deb already took what I was going to say. I'm a nurse in Central Florida. I work in intensive care as well, and we never have time for lunch. Never. It's always inevitable when it's your lunchtime. You're going to get a patient. Something's going to happen. You just don't get to eat. So food is always a good thing.
Now, do you think it should be catered like, and someone else texted that don't forget things like, the other who coordinated things at the hospital. There's like
listen, man, this is a finite list of people.
Social workers and case managers.
Business management.
Yeah,
people
all
who
the
make sure
coordination
you
of
get your-
services.
People
Sir,
who make sure you get your bill.
Don't you agree, sir, that he should really cover all of that too?
Well, that always happens when you send food to the floor, the unit for, usually you do it for 3 shifts. If
right.
you just do it for 2, that's fine too. But inevitably, everybody always finds their way to the break room and steals a little bit,
No, we don't know anything about that in radio.
Yeah.
Everybody's very respectful with everybody else's food in this business. They would never stick their fingers into your fajitas.
We call that the Spillman factor.
Right, exactly. Yeah, our good friend Larry over there he's a
raccoon.
He is. He's the coon. He's our coon. We just throw it out on the next thing you know, it's gone.
I've never seen somebody have a spidey sense, but only for food.
Yeah, he does.
He's got
I'm telling you, man. Not only can he smell it, he can smell what it is and where it is. You can hide it in your car, and Larry will just wind up scratching through the hood.
He can identify the food by the sound of the wrapper it makes.
Right. Hey, Pete, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Good, man. Hey, Joey's saying the truth right there, Jimmy. Go to the head nurse, ask her or him what they need.
Good
just
idea.
To get everybody going through the day.
So,
I went through it with my mom, and the greatest thing you could do is just walk up to the head nurse, whoever it is, and go, what can I give your shift today or tomorrow, and what can I give the night shift? What will get them through the day?
Should I
Just that
ask?
little snack.
Should I ask the head
Go ahead.
nurse if the night shift is deserving? Right. Well, that evil James Bond villain laugh of yours says no.
I think you just started a mower.
That's the sound you hear right before abductions, right?
That guy's got a great laugh. Jokes aside, that was a very contagious laugh.
I wish we could isolate that.
It was cartoonish.
It was.
Sponsored by Acme.
All right, 407-916-14. All these suggestions are good. I will probably do what that guy said. I'll probably call up and say, hey, look, on the wing there, what can I order food-wise that everybody's going to be happy with? Somebody did say don't get pizza because pizza is so played.
Yeah.
And the other thing, too, is I don't know that there's I don't know because I haven't been there I know there's one pizza place there that's been there for a while. But I just think pizza's a little played. I would do something else. But there are there's limited choices there.
Right.
There's limited choices. So
just do us a favor. Once you do decide what you're going to do and you make that call to the head nurse, don't do it like you just sounded right now. Right. So, what do you guys need? And what food can I order that you're all gonna like?
This has become more inconvenient for me than it probably was for you to take care of my mom.
Exactly. Jeez.
You know what?
You have no idea how much I thought about this.
No Chick-fil-A there either.
Oh, wow.
No Chick-fil-A.
That's it.
No Chick-fil-A in Palatka.
No Chick-fil-A in Palatka.
So you get them Starbucks and Chick-fil-A and go, I got this from a foreign country. You've never even heard of this.
You're not going to believe this new Italian chicken.
Yeah.
This stuff is real. We just imported this. This is Gucci chicken.
Yeah, you just lie to them, say it's a small mom and pop business.
Right, exactly.
You supported a small business.
What if I got them all? Hey, what about this?
Okay.
Oh, what if I got them all like a French press kit? Like a French press to make really good coffee, and then a pound of really nice coffee.
No.
Why do you're giving them more?
Wait, why the hate on that?
That's a great gift, but then it would be, French press coffee. If you can't get a Starbucks in Palatka.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm bringing the Starbucks to them. I'm going to get you really good coffee. You can make your own coffee at home. They sell Starbucks coffee at Publix. They just don't make it in a store.
Just get them a damn Publix gift card and let them buy their own coffee maker.
You're going to look at a head nurse and go, you can make your own coffee now.
Hey, is alcohol a bad gift?
Not for nurses.
I say we should find out, though.
Is alcohol, could I buy bottles of vodka or maybe a nice bottle of wine?
Oh, a bottle of vodka, because that's the one you can't smell in anyone's breath. So if they do, a tipple behind the desk.
What if I just said, well, the thing is
see, another thing.
They're not real, wine is not a gigantic thing there.
Well,
how about in a box? It is Palatka.
Hey, it is Palatka. Someone did text, though, that it's also something to take into consideration what the hospital rules are, which is why it's another good idea to call the head nurse and ask them, because they'll know whether or not they can accept food or if they can accept alcohol. It'd be a shame to buy $400 worth of wine and have to give it to your coworkers.
How about a tank of gas from the racetrack?
Oh,
that's
not awful. Most of your stuff is.
Thank you.
You got it. Man, that's not bad. They got a brand new racetrack there. It's super nice.
Just get them all Bucky.
I think the owner lives there.
Get them all Bucky gift cards or something.
Oh, Bucky's?
Bucky's.
Oh, man.
That whole wall of beef jerky?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Can you get in there? On the way down, I had a notification pop up as I was driving, and I just looked down to see what it was. And it's like, just checked into Buc-ee's. There's a 40-minute wait to buy jerky. I'm like, not ever. Not in Jim's life. No. I've never had 40-minute wait jerky. I've waited 40 minutes. 407-916-1041. I got to tell you, man, I'm thinking maybe a case of wine. Like a really nice case of wine. But the thing is a lot of people don't drink wine.
Right.
Correct. All right. We'll figure it out. Back in a sec.
Orlando City hosts Philadelphia Union at Exploria Stadium this Thursday. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9 The Game and iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest, buy from the best, goldsmithjewelry.com.
Well, avoid southbound travel on 429. It's still pretty much at a standstill from a disabled vehicle taking up the right lane between the Turnpike and Stony Brook West Parkway. Westbound travel on I-4 very heavy between World Drive and 429. We're seeing eastbound delays too between Osceola Parkway and Central Florida Parkway. The 408 up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Amtrak. Whether you're craving a breath of fresh mountain air, an exciting new adventure, or just some free babysitting from Grandma, Amtrak can get you there. With more than 500 destinations across the country. Everything you're missing, just an Amtrak away.
Hop on to Twitter. It's at Jim Colbert Show. Follow us there. It's where we post our daily poll brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Direct mortgage lender. These are mortgages made easy. Made easy by Brad Siebert and his team at We Are Not the Banks. They know it can be a complicated process, and they take care of the complicated part. They're not the banks. They're better than the banks. This is what they do. They focus on getting you a mortgage for that home you are dreaming of, or maybe refinancing the home you're currently living, taking advantage of these great low rates. They handle all types of loans, VA loans, conventional, FHA, jumbo loans of all sizes, and they can close quickly, close my loan very fast. I knew Brad and his team let me know what I needed every step of the way. It was a quick and easy process. For all your mortgage needs, the website is wearenotthebanks.com. NMLS ID number 205696. Equal opportunity lender.
Is your to-do list longer than the bedtime stories you read your kids? Let us help lighten the load. The next time you need groceries, order them online from Walmart. It's a great way to save money because you get the same low prices you see in store with no hidden fees. Plus, you can choose fast delivery or free pickup, which lets you grab your groceries on your way home from work. Looks like grocery shopping's one thing you can take off your to-do list. In fact, better put taking it off your to-do list on your to-do list. Order your groceries from Walmart today. $35 minimum. Delivery fees and restrictions apply.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news. Now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks. Literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Get $10 off your next 3 orders for a savings up to $30. Offer valid with digital coupon.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates. But don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
When I lost my Chase debit card, I was like... But I locked my card on my Chase mobile app, and that feels like... That's what security feels like. Card locked.
Check and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Learn more at chase.com/banking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Enroll in Chase online or on the Chase mobile app. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Introducing new strawberry-flavored Poppin' Bubbles at Dunkin'. Add a burst of flavor to every sip of your favorite Dunkin' drinks, like lemonade, and make your drinks and summer pop. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line is back and sailing this summer. Kick back in the Caribbean or take in the stunning sights in Europe. And with our robust health and safety program, you can cruise confidently. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, free airfare, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
Ships Registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Tampa Bay's winning streak continues with bold starts, crowd-pleasing finishes, and more world titles. Like Rate Beer naming Tampa Bay home to some of the world's best breweries. Discover Tampa Bay's award-winning craft beer and spirit scene with Florida's biggest concentration of craft breweries. Taste unexpected flavors and new twists on familiar favorites, highlighting local ingredients like citrus and Cuban coffee, all just a short drive away. Get your free beer pass and more at baycrafted.com.
And please drink responsibly.
A SunTrust checking account lets you stay on top of your money and help it grow.
Plant the seeds for your goals with access to financial resources and tools. Keep an eye on your spending, hedging and managing it by setting limits on our mobile app. And rake in cash back on debit card purchases from your favorite retailers with SunTrust deals. With all the right tools, your account can blossom. Open an account today at suntrust.com/checking. Must have online banking to participate in SunTrust deals. SunTrust, now Truist. Member FDIC.
Find the employees you need to get your business moving. Sign up with iHeartAdBuilder.com and create a custom radio ad to reach job seekers listening to stations just like this one. Get started today at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
Buy direct from the manufacturer and save. Fence Outlet manufactures its own tongue and groove vinyl privacy fence right here in Florida. For 25 years, they have provided the best fencing in Florida. Set up your appointment for a free estimate online now. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it gladly. There's some nasty weather rolling through the city. You know the deal. Just be careful when you're out there driving home because right now is that time.
It is.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We'll have trivia in about 20 minutes or so. Top of the hour, Ross Thoughts, and your next word for that $1,000. Your current one, though, is still available. Cash is that. C-A-S-H. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, your 5 o'clock keyword is cash. It is good for another half an hour or so. Jack, I know that you posted a bunch of stuff online we were talking about a few minutes ago, and we do have a Twitter poll up as well. We're talking about this, what I'm trying to do for the nurses that have been taking care of my mom and basically have allowed her to kind of get herself back into good shape. I just got a message today. She's being discharged and into rehab, which is good news. She's off supplemental oxygen, which is great news. And these nurses have been absolute godsends. And I'm everybody who have texted today simply saying that they've had same experiences that nurses.
Oh, they're everything.
I don't have that. Like, I don't have that machine that nurses have where they can listen to people, family members bitching and moaning, things not happening at the rate that they want them to happen, and just smile and say, hey, the doctor's this, and they always have an answer. And it's not BS. It's a legit answer. And they always have that wisdom in the hallways that allows you to kind of feel better as someone who loves the patient. My sister and I are looking for information. You learn not to bother them because they don't know as much as you do a lot of times either. They find out like you find out, and they deliver the info. But they have fashioned very clever ways to be polite while telling you they don't know. Again, for the 30th time in the last hour,
just your room.
And they've just been, really, really understanding and extremely, extremely courteous and caring. And it's just been great. It's been a wonderful experience. And I've heard nightmare stories from people in hospitals of how nurses have been so curt and so mean because they deal with sometimes the worst of the worst when people are there and they're going through serious medical issues. The family is not understanding. They want answers. Of course, their family member deserves all the attention of the entire hospital at that moment.
Right.
There's nobody else there, according to them, And these guys just smile and then continue to do their job at a really high level, which is providing great care for people who need it. And they did an exemplary job and still continue to do so. 407-916-1041. I'm trying to figure out how to say thank you with something other than thank you. Now, believe it or not, my mother-in-law texted me during the show just a few minutes ago, and she goes, her friend is a nurse, and she said, believe it or not, a letter, something like gift cards and a letter that thanks them very much for their service and spelling it out, means a lot to them because it goes on this record that they have that is but it is part of their
their personnel file?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That would be a great thing because then that would affect their future wage earnings. That letter could speak volumes for a wage increase down the road. That can make a big difference. It makes a bigger difference than I think we all really realize.
Yeah.
Those little notes.
And I'm looking for something. Look, I don't mind. I'm going to spend a little money. I want people to know that we are serious. And Jack did bring up a good point, although he's just trying to be a dick, that there is a night shift as well.
I'm trying to be thoughtful. I know it's foreign concept, but, embrace it, Jimmy.
My favorite part, Jack, is when you're thoughtful with my cash. That's my favorite part of your life, is how thoughtful you get with my bank account.
That's my favorite part, too.
I'm going with the card because that doesn't rule out the possibility of just hitting them with a really heartfelt hand turkey. Don't sleep on the hand turkey.
No, I'm not going to get him a hand turkey, although that would be very funny. The comedic value of a macaroni frame with a picture of me in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
It still has value. I'm still not ruling that out.
Or get him some winning scratch-off tickets that you've already scratched.
That's also a killer idea.
Hey, is the lottery ticket thing bad? Like, if I got everybody, 20 or 30 or 40.
You heard that, right? Okay.
Listen, if you're going to show disappointment, you turn your mic on. You don't moan into Ross's mic so I can hear it from afar. Moan into your own mic, Bradshaw.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that got picked up.
What do you mean you can't believe it? You moan like a dying water buffalo.
Not only that, Jimmy gave me lottery tickets for my birthday, and I won.
$100.
I won. Oh, by the way, it was 120.
This is a great text from a nurse from Menominee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
No flowers. How about gifting a cappuccino machine for their break room? Will last for years to come. Thank you, Menominee, Wisconsin.
But then here's the thing. If I give them one of the machines, I'm not sending them monthly pods.
You don't have to.
Coffee of the month club.
Exactly. That's a great idea, though.
Hey, Porter, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm doing well. I would suggest doing a catering. You do a catering for the morning shift and a catering for the evening shift, and then some type of little memento like a magnet from your show that they can all put on their refrigerator.
That's funny. The funny thing is nobody knows what I do up there. We've not said, we don't, thank you. I appreciate that, Porter. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Porter.
I don't want to go around with, I don't even wear my own T-shirts out because for me, it's a weird thing.
Would you like me to go into my purse where I keep a stash of Jim Colbert Show magnets?
Look, I appreciate that, but the only thing is, I would kind of put a stand up there saying, "Hey, look, this is proudly provided to you by," and then please listen.
Think about this. What's the best thing that you can give anybody?
A hug.
This is trending.
A hug is the best thing you can give any human being.
Oh, God, only the cheap Jim Colbert would say that. Never in your life have you ever uttered those words.
Why are you here? Did I hire you to come in here and bust my balls?
Yes, you did.
Okay,
Exactly these moments.
Passive
and
income.
Don't you love him, Jack?
What?
Passive income.
Passive income?
What the hell is that?
What are you talking about?
Invest for them.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I tried that.
Yeah.
I think you get them some Ethereum, maybe some Bitcoin.
I don't know, buddy.
Or just give them $50 once a month.
Crypto's having a tough time right now.
That's a perfect time to go.
Another text, though, points out why this is such an issue to ask the head nurse. As nurses, we are not allowed to take gift cards as they are considered cash.
Right.
But we are able to take cards from our patients talking about our care.
Well, what happens if the cards have gift cards?
I would imagine then they wouldn't have. I don't know.
No, if I palm you a $500 Visa card, I'm guessing you're going to find a way to keep it.
Here, let's try it out.
Yeah.
Palm me a $500 Visa card. I'll show you how easy it is.
You can say whatever you want, but if I go there like Santa and start handing out gift cards at Publix, I don't think any of those people are going to go, no, I don't think so. That's going to go on my income. I can't do that. They're going to take that gift card and go to Publix. Get them a ring sub. Robert, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Jim. How you doing?
Doing great, buddy.
Hey, I explained to Ross, I'm parked beside a cell tower. I live in Putnam County.
Okay.
I'm one of your number one fans, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
If you know these nurses' names, you can tell them they can come down to the Winn-Dixie in Crescent City. I would personally hook them up for you. And I would gladly take that picture of you. Doesn't this picture look good?
Buddy, let me tell you what the funny thing is. I drove right by your store today.
Oh,
I drove right there. You want to hear something even you want to hear something even funnier? I actually stopped in Crescent City at Crescent City Music today to see if he was open, because he's never open, because it's my favorite junk shop in all of Florida.
Oh my God, that thing is so amazing to go look at.
All
Yeah,
right. Thanks,
you
Robert.
could bring that picture.
I'll get you something soon. I promise. We're gonna be up there soon. I'll drop by and see Robert there when next.
Oh yeah,
good old Crescent City there, the thriving metropolis of Crescent City.
How far away is
they got a high school?
How far away is Palatka from here? Like, you got in the car, how long does it take to get you?
80 miles. It takes about an hour and 40 minutes to get there. A couple ways to get there, about an hour and 40. If you go up the big roads, like you go I-495, and then you can either go through Bunnell on Highway 100, or you can go on 207 near St. Augustine and go there.
Yeah,
It doesn't take long.
When Chris and I drive to St. Augustine, we drive through Palatka and yell at that double wide that's now a steakhouse.
Oh yeah, Bradley's. Nothing but the best. Ray, how you doing?
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Good, brother.
My son is a co-owner of Game Day Vodka. I'd be glad to drop a case of vodka off for you guys. You actually love this vodka. It'll beat the crap out of Tito's.
All right, buddy. I appreciate that very much. So we have you can just drop it off to us.
Yeah, we'll try it out.
We'll see how creamy it is.
Pass it along.
Multiple callers, again, bringing up a really good point that I know Jack will love, is that what about the nurses that have that day off, Jim?
Oh.
Yeah.
So this might have to be like a 2-3 day experience.
At least.
right?
Whoa. I don't owe the nurses that didn't do anything something.
Well, no, I'm talking about the nurses that have done something, and then you show up with this beautiful, charcuterie board.
I see what you're saying. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, and think about everyone else on that shift. By them doing what they're doing, allowed those other nurses to give that devoted care to your mom. It's a team, Jim.
It's a team. It's
together. Everyone,
just like this.
It's
a team.
Like you
This
three,
is a team.
you three against me. That's a team.
No, we're guiding you.
Yeah, are you now?
We are guiding you as friends, coworkers, family.
I need it so bad.
You do.
We care about these nurses and how you treat them.
They're angels.
They are angels.
Have I said any?
You need to step up.
All I've said is great things. Look, what I've said on the air, I could just send him a tape of this, and it should be enough.
Well, it was what
Jack
you said.
is busting his own gut.
It's what you said during the breaks that everyone was kind of like, "Oh God, come on, Jim."
Yeah, come on.
Oh yeah, you're not doing that.
Oh, but he has learned so well. You should be proud of him. You should really rub his head.
It's adorable, actually.
I mean, I'm tapping out at $20. That's $3 a head.
What about a hug? Everybody loves a hug.
20 for everybody.
Hugs are the best thing you could ever get.
Body warmth.
Yeah.
I will get.
How about a hug and a card?
I'm just gonna give them body warmth. Don't look at me, Ross. You idiot. Whoa, Jim, you need to calm down, man.
How about a bath kit?
In Ross's fantasy land,
Yeah.
Owen Wilson plays a part of Ross.
I wasn't even listening to. Was he talking?
In my fantasy land, I'm still an idiot in Jim's eyes.
Did you see? You're right. What if I got what if I went to like Bath and Body Works and got them all like a really nice bath like a bath gift bag type of thing?
Ooh, with a picture of you in the tub.
Yeah. Your tub picture. Yeah.
Your tub picture.
How about them all? I'll get them a carton of cigarettes.
A sleeve of tobacco.
It's just really
spittoon for the break room.
I guess I know. I do. Jokes aside, you are being very serious, but I also know you well enough to go ahead and that. You're definitely thinking about a possible laugh here.
Oh, no. I'm definitely thinking about a laugh with this. I'm thinking, how can I get the most out of this for my money? Because I do want to show them that I appreciate it, but I do want to have a little fun doing it.
I also want to give them a story for the rest of their life.
Well,
maybe some social media content wouldn't kill.
I was going to say, because it's our Twitter poll today. It's our Twitter poll.
Yeah, at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter, you can vote at what you think would be the best gift. We gave you 3 options for you to pick between alcohol, food, and gift cards.
What if I just went in there and made it rain? Like just get a stack of 20s, and then just go there and throw it in the air and make it rain.
They would love for you to disrupt the procedure and routine
and then
that they have there.
Have somebody on a heart monitor roll out trying to get 20.
Exactly.
Wind up dying. Turns out this Colbert guy ruined everything.
No, just give him a hug.
Again.
I don't even know if you can hug a nurse right now
You
and have
can't.
it be cool.
You can't. No, you don't want to touch them.
Yeah, someone else.
They elbow bump. There's no embracing. You elbow bump, I know that because they stick them out first, like to let you know we elbow bump.
Well, I think in a way
No
a
eye contact.
bath kit's kind of weird. It's like, hey, think of me when you're soaking.
No, I just I think that
it's just kind of like free candy and a puppy when you drive a white van. It's not a good look.
That's one of those things you buy your grandmother when you don't know what to buy her too. So
No,
it's
that's
almost like
Gina
it's
Tay.
a cop out gift.
Get each one a scented candle.
It's just
You're on one today, Bradshaw.
When you said a gift when you don't know what to get someone, that's what came to mind.
Yeah. You ever? Yeah.
Get them a tie.
Because if you give
soap
them
on a rope.
Because if you give them like Bath and Body stuff, you're basically saying, "Hey, you look like you would really want to smell like this."
I think you'd look better like this.
Right.
Have a bath bomb.
Doctor here. Thank you notes are the way to go. Also snacks. What if you did that, like snacks instead of catering?
Yeah, one of the like a giant snack basket and and thank you notes. I think that personalized note, that handwritten note,
Jimmy.
I mean, I'm going to type it out. I can type it out, right? Because my handwriting is god awful.
Yeah,
guys.
that's true.
Or I can have my
can't
wife
do
write
this.
it.
Yeah, have her write it.
And if you can actually remember a few names to do some personalized call outs.
What if I hired a tattoo artist to come in there and I gave free tattoos to everybody?
Of you in the tub?
No.
What
In the
tattoo
chair.
would you get? What tattoo would you even? Let me just run with this idea for a second.
Those are dangerous words.
What tattoo are you thinking there, boss man?
The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7 p.m. Listen on the iHeartRadio app.
All of that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm a fairy on a flower.
I'm trying to reach out. I'm trying to be out of the box there. Maybe
Text the keyword to 200
maybe,
200.
Maybe a Sonny's logo.
Bucky's, little new racetrack.
Yeah, now that is awesome. I got all my nurses that saved my mom's life tattoos.
Yes.
Of what? It's going to be hard. This is going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's
Someone else will text and get them some panties.
I misunderstood all the callers' advice, and I got them tattoos of public sandwiches.
What if I got them all a subscription to a streaming service?
That's
Ooh,
kind of
Netflix.
passive income.
No,
That's
no.
what I'm talking
like
about.
Either like not. I mean, maybe like the Disney Plus channel. Like you give them a year of Disney Plus. Well, that's expensive though, right?
Yes, $60.
Oh, I can't do that. No.
But they can share an
It's like
account.
$5,000.
No, that's not. That's like, oh, yeah, that's right. You've got the night shift, the morning shift,
With
the
Bradshaw's
afternoon
list,
shift.
it's everybody in the county.
The
They don't even
social
work there.
workers, the administrators.
that
What was
works
the
at-
other one?
The guy that works at the Sunoco up the street.
Oh, yeah.
The technical nurse.
Oh, the x-ray tech.
And Mama Bear is going to rehab after this. So
Oh,
what happens
yeah.
if rehab
Yeah,
makes
he's
that
got them.
part?
More nurses.
More nurses over there.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing he's...
But hold on now. No, hold on. I'm not saying that the nurses at rehab won't deserve anything, but they're not like saving her life. These women who worked on her when she came in there legit like gave her a second shot. These people in rehab are just trying to get her strong so she can do like walk around and whatnot. I got all respect for them, but this crew that's at the hospital did the work.
Well, this text should help you out a lot, Jimmy. You would be surprised how many times during the course of a shift we as healthcare workers just want to throw our stuff open in the trash and walk out and say the hell with it. You say the hell with it many times, having a patient or a family member say thank you, and acknowledge what's been done for them reminds us why we're here and why we put up with all the BS the other 95% of the time.
I was telling one today. I mean, I had a real genuine moment in the hallway with one of them today because I'd found out that my mom was just going in for dialysis as I was leaving this morning. We had the solid plan of what we were going to do, so I didn't really need to stick around anymore. That's why I was able to be here today. And I took a good 2 minutes looking her dead in her eye saying, I mean, you just genuinely do not know how appreciative this entire family is to the level of professionalism that's been met in this hospital. It's genuinely been an eye-opening experience. And I came in with the worst thing because, I had been in the hospital for many, many years since my grandmother passed there, which was a kind of a weird thing for our family. We've had a weird thing about the hospital since that point, but these guys really just blew all that out of the water. I mean, and everybody I saw was getting the same exact care. It wasn't just my mom. They were like this with every single patient in the hospital, but they really treated my mom like an absolute queen. That's why they're all getting free tattoos. 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Boy, I hope Real Radio stays on the air. You know, that's going to be tough to explain.
Good luck with that.
All right, back with trivia right after this. Load them up.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Insperity.
The Bucks are on the cusp of winning their first title in 50 years in the most unconventional way. They drafted Giannis, an anonymous kid from Greece. They were patient, slowly built the team around him with unassuming stars and role players. He turned himself into a two-time MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Giannis is humble, no ego. Giannis didn't leave for a bigger market, and now it's about to pay off in a very big way. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Providing scalable HR services, employee benefits, payroll, and HR technology for 30-plus years. Insperity's mission is to help businesses succeed so communities prosper. Insperity, HR that makes a difference. Visit Insperity.com.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? I know when I had mine, I did. Well, there's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Insperity can help with that. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help you hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. And because you're able to focus on other priorities, your employees can thrive and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full service HR, employee benefits, HR technology, Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
With 7-Eleven 7 Rewards, you can get a 79-cent Big Gulp drink full of whatever you're into. It's a totally judgment-free zone, just as long as you have 79 cents. Soft drinks, craft lemonades, energy drinks, sports drinks. Mix them, don't mix them. This is America. Inside that Big Gulp cup is a big, safe space to let your freak flag fly with 79 cents. 7-Eleven, take it to 11. Expires 8/24/21. 79 cents plus tax were applicable at select stores. See app for terms.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army. Almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show.
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy milkshakes, smoothies, and sundaes are here. Crafted to crave at Wawa.
Newt Gingrich here, and I'd like to invite you to listen to my podcast, Newt's World. Most people know me as the former Speaker of the House, but I'm also a historian with a wide range of interests. I enjoy talking with experts in their field and the most interesting people across a variety of subjects. I release 4 episodes of Newt's World every week with an effort to excite the imagination of our audience, and hopefully you'll learn something new each time you listen. Listen and subscribe for free to Newt's World on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk.
Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is KLAUSMANlaw.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Just smoking and a drinking. Welcome back. I'm Jim.
The world.
There's Dad.
Top of the world.
There's Jack. He just topped of the world. And let's Ross get off the phone. We'll get your sauce jar going. By the way, you have a few more minutes to use your keyword for 5 o'clock. It's cash, C-A-S-H. Text that to 200 for your shot to win that cash. Ross, what's in the old jar, buddy?
All aboard.
All aboard.
Locomotion. Steam engine.
All right.
I have a wonderful, stunning, perfect, flawless pair of tickets to...
What?
Universal Orlando Resort.
Nice.
That's what, listen, Universal should step up and give me about 30 pair of tickets.
Oh, stop it.
For Halloween Horror Nights, that's what Universal should do. They should step up for somebody who has supported them for years. And give me a block of Halloween Horror Nights tickets to give to these wonderful nurses that saved my mom's life. That's what should happen.
I'm sure they'd be willing to do that after you give them the check.
Yeah, exactly. Give them their credit card. You want to hand it to me, and I'll do it while you do trivia.
I can't even get free.
The train has stopped, but we will continue going.
All week long, Universal tickets here.
Feel the rush of the hunt as you race through the jungle alongside Velociraptors. It's Jurassic World Velocicoaster. All the reviews are in. This thing has been a smash success.
I just saw a video of somebody riding in the front row of that thing, and no thanks. And by the way, it's long AF.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's some brand new, brand new engineering techniques on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Some maneuvers that
This thing's
have
flopping.
not
It's flopping you around everywhere.
been done before. It's awesome. It's amazing.
This time tomorrow, Ross and I will have ridden it.
The Velocicoaster now open at Universal Orlando Resort. Also in the sauce jar, baby. It's more of a heads up. You know it. If you win trivia, you going on a list, the Summer of Stuff list. The first day after Labor Day, we're going to choose 3 random people off that list, and then we are going to give those 3 people the option to choose one of the greatest, some of the best prizes we've ever given away. I'm talking a 70-inch television. I'm
Nice.
talking about a MacBook Pro.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the thing somehow, some way you still can't buy. Capitalism not at its finest
What
when
happened?
it comes to PS5s.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We have one, and it's also a bundle. Another controller, 4 video games, a year of subscription online play. The list keeps going on. That is your sauce jar. I'm out of breath, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local with your move. It can be residential or commercial. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, don't tell anybody, but they'll give you a discount.
Will they?
Book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO Moving.com. Jim, good luck with that Universal request. Back to you.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Ross, who goes first today, brother?
Let's welcome Nick.
Nick right there on line 4. Nick, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You?
Good, buddy. Want to play a little game with us?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it.
Game show.
All right, Nick, this is a piece of cake game. I've got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them happens to be a lie. If you can find the lie, I will send you to the sauce jar, get you hooked up with those Universal tickets, and, of course, get you registered for the Summer of Stuff. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here we go. On this day in 1692, that's 1692, a long time ago.
Damn.
The Salem witch trials started on this day in 1692. How crazy is that, right?
Oh, wow.
Here are 3 fun facts about the Salem witch trials and one lie that looks a lot like Deb's family reunion.
Hey.
Number 1. In addition to the 19 people that were hanged, 2 dogs were also killed for suspicion of witchcraft.
Oh, my God.
Number 2, the trials and hangings ended when the governor's wife was accused. Number 3, a 4-year-old was arrested and sentenced to 8 months in prison for practicing witchcraft. And lastly, it was such a showcase event, people traded livestock to witness the trials. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with number 1.
Number 1 is an actual, that happened, buddy. That's true. In addition to the 19 people who were hanged, by the way, it wasn't all women, by the way.
No, it was not.
There was a guy who was crushed because he didn't want to be hanged. He was crushed instead, and 2 dogs were killed. One was shot, and one was, I think, either beaten to death or whatever because they accused the dogs of being witches.
The hell did those dogs do?
Looked at someone wrong?
Must have been pugs. Let's welcome James. It's biblical.
James. How you doing, James?
Hi, guys.
Good try, Ross. I deserve it.
That's her name. It's James.
Hey, James.
You know that.
Oh, hey, James. All right, James, in regards to the Salem witch trials that began on this day in 1692, find the lie here. Number 1, the trials and hangings ended when the governor's wife was accused. Number 2, a 4-year-old was arrested and sentenced to 8 months in prison for practicing witchcraft. And lastly, it was such a showcase event, people traded livestock to witness the trials.
Knowing politicians, I'll say that's true. We're finding a lie, right?
Yeah.
The last one?
The last one is the answer. You're a winner, James.
Yay!
I'm going to put you on hold and enjoy your tickets to Universal. And, of course, we hope you win something in the Summer of Stuff. There you go, James. Thanks for playing. We appreciate that very much. Yeah, that's the rest of that stuff's true. The trials and hangings ended. What happened was the governor was like, they were going forward with it. And then somebody says, hey, the governor's wife's a witch, too. And the governor goes, hey, this is no fun. These trials are over.
Right.
That's exactly what happened. The minute his wife was charged, he stood up and said, this has been ridiculous the whole time after 25 people died, and then ended the trials and moved on.
And that worked.
That worked.
I know, and it worked.
Sweet.
A 4-year-old was arrested. Here's the sad story about the 4-year-old. The 4-year-old was arrested and sentenced to 8 months in prison. Her mother was hanged for witchcraft while she was in prison.
Which made her an orphan.
Which she got out a 5-year-old orphan in 1692. That's probably pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
It's so easy in 2021.
Right.
And then the lie, of course, was it was such a showcase event, people traded livestock to witness the trial.
I would have thought that was true because...
Yeah, it was a.
Those were quite the public spectacles.
A couple other things you may not have known about the Salem witch trials. It started on this day in 1692.
Yeah, look at me again when you say that.
After finding nothing wrong with them medically, it was a doctor who gave them the diagnosis of being bewitched. So they think a doctor and a preacher started this entire thing that wound up killing 25 people. It wasn't until 2016 that the area where the hangings happened was actually found. They went through all the books. Excuse me. They went through all the books, all the information, and located the spot, which is now a piece of land with a little bitty mound on it right next to a Walgreens. It turned out that the probable cause of the hysteria, do you guys know what caused what? It started with 2 girls, and the girls were showing some really odd behavior. They were contorting themselves, having hallucinations, freaking out, and stuff like that. Do you guys know what the cause was?
Wasn't it like bad bread?
I thought it was Lyme disease.
Angel trumpets.
It was what Ross said. It turns out the probable cause of the hysteria that started the entire Salem witch trial thing was a fungus called ergot, E-R-G-O-T, that grows on rye seeds when they're kept too humid. And that ergot has the exact same effects as
LSD?
LSD.
And now, guess how I know that?
Well,
Theater Thursday. When Jim played the guy who was just addicted to really weird drugs, there was some small research, and I looked up what is the weirdest influences that people fall under, and one of his takes was going, yeah, you ever mess yourself up with some moldy rye bread? Some people think that's how the Salem witch trials got started. Look at that. Theater Thursday, you might learn something.
That's exactly what happened. A couple other things here. The witches actually became celebrities. Toward the end of it, the witches were like celebrity. Put your hands down. You've done nothing.
I'm so happy.
You read Wikipedia. You read Wikipedia.
Yeah, but before this,
it was Theater Thursday that got me reading Wikipedia.
And the ultimate irony of this entire thing is this all happened before we actually had a constitution in this country.
Wow.
Had this happened while a constitution, they would have all been able to plead the fifth, and it would have been separation of religion and state. They would have never even been brought to trial. None of this would have ever happened. Just a few years later, well, I'll say a few years, 80 years later, when we solidify this country and get our constitution and our rights, none of this would have happened to any of these people. This fervor, this fever would have never, ever, ever been allowed to happen. Ross, what's coming up for thoughts, buddy?
Speaking of fervor, which is just one R away, I caught a fervor over the weekend. It's time to get your tinfoil hats on, baby. I went down a wormhole, and I'm still living in it. I'm ready to rock and roll, man.
Got some conspiracy time coming up?
I don't even know if it's a conspiracy anymore when the government confirmed it.
Okay, well, we'll do that next. And don't forget your 6 o'clock keywords coming up in about 5 minutes. Pay attention and start texting. We'll do that next.
Your chance to win $1,000 is just minutes away on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest. Buy from the best. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Stop-and-go traffic continues from this disabled vehicle on the right shoulder southbound 429 between the Turnpike and Stony Brook West Parkway. We're still seeing delays, too, heading west on I-4. Heavy delays between World Drive and 429. A slow ride continues north on the Turnpike, too, between the 408 and State Road 50. No reported issues on the beach line. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Be a part of the magic. Walt Disney World Resort is offering a hiring bonus of $1,000 for housekeeping and select culinary roles. Receive weekly pay, tuition assistance, and childcare support. Visit WaltDisneyWorld.jobs to apply. That's WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
A lot of chatter out there about this Artemis program out at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. You can learn about it just by visiting. It's the next human space program from NASA. The goal, landing the first female and person of color astronauts on the moon's south pole by 2024. It's the U.S. Space Agency's first crewed moon mission since Apollo 17 way back in 1972. And of course, once they're there, astronauts are going to study the surface of the moon, establish sustainable exploration, and then prepare to go to Mars. And look, man, you can see all of this right up front. This is one of the coolest spots in all of Central Florida. You will love this day. Not only is it fun, it's entertaining, and it's also very informative. It's the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. It's the new Artemis program. Check it out. Learn more today and get your tickets at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
When I lost my Chase debit card, I was like... But I locked my card on my Chase mobile app, and that feels like... That's what security feels like. Card locked.
Check and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Learn more at chase.com/banking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Enroll in Chase online or on the Chase mobile app. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
It gets hot in the summertime, and last year, I'm so glad I found Mills Air because they were able to switch out my old system for a Carrier system, and I saved so much money when it comes to my power bill. It is millsair.com. That's millsair.com. Have them check out your system, millsair.com.
With all the new people moving here recently, we thought it'd be a good idea to explain International Diamond Center. If you've lived here a while, you already know this, so bear with us. International Diamond Center, also known as IDC, is not an ordinary jewelry store. It was started decades ago by a major East Coast diamond supplier, Keith LeClaire. Keith had international connections with diamond cutters and would sell diamonds to upscale jewelry stores. Then he decided to start selling direct to the public at prices that undercut traditional jewelers in a big way. This no middleman approach caught on big, and now IDC is one of the largest and most successful jewelers in America, still providing exceptional quality and astonishing value. So if you've just moved here from New York or California or wherever, know that IDC is the area's go-to place for diamonds, fine designer jewelry, and Swiss timepieces. Just be prepared to be a little shocked when you see how great our values are, especially compared to where you came from. International Diamond Center. Just another great reason you made the move south. Get details, directions, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This view was worth a hike.
Right? And it's a good way to stay on top of my health.
Yes, I'm Cologuard, a prescription colon cancer screening option for people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you, or visit Cologuard.com.
I'm in.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're thinking about upgrading your yard area, you know what? Get a new fence. I mean, I'll tell you what, it changes the space so much. I just got a fence from Fence Outlet, and you can call them. You can set up an at-home free estimate. See what's right for you. You can stop by the store. They have got so many things for you to choose from. FenceOutlet.com.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio 104.1 has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword EASY. 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 To 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and information. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's easy. To 200-200. And may your efforts bear fruit.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Played some music so you can slide into your evening wear. You know what I listened to today? My uncle said, I saw my uncle this weekend. I hadn't seen him in a while. And I said, hey, what are you listening to? Because he drives back and forth to work up in North Florida 2 hours a week, back there and forth. And I said, and he goes, I've been listening to some 60s, like old 60s. So on the way home today, I just dialed in like 60s playlist.
Oh, yeah?
And didn't touch it. Guess what the second song was? It was Louis Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Clouds.
Wonderful World.
Wonderful World.
Yeah.
That was in the 60s?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was older.
I thought it was like the 40s, man.
That's what I thought,
Learned
too.
something new every day. Then I heard some Strawberry Alarm Clock and felt real good.
Speaking of older music, big shout out to Handy John. Did me a solid. I was out of town on Saturday, which was Record Store Day, and there was a vinyl I wanted to get, and it was the Foo Fighters disco album called the DGs, right? And it's Hail Satin.
Right, that's so great. So perfect.
And it features their Bee Gees cover, an Andy Gibb cover, and then some of their newer stuff on the back. And Handy John actually went to Record Store Day, got himself a copy, got me a copy, and they only made. I thought it was 120,000. They made 12,000.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's already like quadrupled or quintupled in price.
I'm sure it has.
I wormholed on some Roberta Flack and George Benson. Still
Nice.
can't get enough
man.
of that. Give me the night.
Oh, give me the night. What
Give
a
me
great
the
little
night.
guitar riff. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Your 6 o'clock keyword is...
Easy.
Easy. EASY. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Jack. Let's do some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
There's Deb.
It's funny.
Hi.
Did I say Jim?
Sometimes.
There's Deb. There's Jack.
It's Ross.
I'm Jim.
You're
Spelled like sauce.
That's Ross.
He's drunk.
It's Ross.
Tomorrow we'll have name tags.
He's an alien.
Ross Thoughts is brought to you by the Real Radio inaugural, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
We Come to You comedy tour. That's happening, of course, this Saturday in Ocala at the Marion Theater. If you live in Ocala, I got you a date night because it's me and Sabrina. Let me rephrase that. July 24th.
Double date?
Me and Sabrina are going to be performing live comedy at the Marion Theater out in Ocala. And then the following weekend on another Saturday, July 31st, over in Leesburg at the Melon Patch Theater. Where do I get tickets? Go to orlandocomedy.com to buy your tickets. Jim!
What?
Anybody else have one armpit that sweats and the other one's just straight desert?
No, I don't have that.
Weird. He complains about this all the time.
I do not
Does
have
he
that.
really?
I don't have that. No, mine, and actually, I'm not a real sweaty guy, so I don't have the big armpit sweat thing, man.
What a plot twist.
Yeah, it's true, though. It's odd.
I just thought you would be a sweater.
Yeah,
I'm
looking at him.
I'm not much of a sweater like that. I'm really not. I mean, I sweat when it's hot outside, but like just sitting here, like I don't sweat. You know, my buddy Daniel Dennis from the Tom and Dan show, he has that thing where he has like the sweat.
Oh, hyperhidrosis.
I think he got it fixed, or whatever.
Botox.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My right armpit just be leaking.
Now, do you remember to put deodorant under both armpits?
nailed
Not deodorant. It's antiperspirant. There's different.
Yes, there is.
And I go antiperspirant.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, you said it well.
Okay, just not as confident as I probably should
That's
have.
fine.
I got one armpit leaking. It's just asymmetrical dampness on my body perpetually, and it's starting to worry me.
Well, you should go to the doctor, says the person who never.
Here's the one thing that I do know that I got kind of freaked out by.
Okay.
This past weekend, I had a guy walk up to me. I was at the bar, and he goes, "What you know about aliens, bro?" I was like,
that's an odd pickup line.
I was like, I don't. They're not for me.
Right,
They're
yeah,
not for me.
Not feeling it.
Not feeling it. And then he starts talking, and I go, okay. He shows me a video. Then all of a sudden he goes, "What's your Facebook?" I give him my Facebook. He starts just sending me link after link after link,
dude.
And I'm like, I'm not that guy.
Right.
I'm not that guy that I'm going to look at something.
You're not gonna get sucked into it.
No way.
Yeah, gotcha.
I did last night.
What
90 minutes.
90 minutes?
minutes of just all these websites that he brought me to. And here's the thing. He's not wrong.
Spit me one so I can see what it looks like.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about Luis Elizondo.
Oh, yeah. Luis he's an actor, right?
Not to my knowledge. He's,
But I know the name that you're thinking of.
He goes ahead as part of the military. Here's the thing. This guy was basically the main reason why these UFO videos got declassified. And now I can't really stop thinking about how little we are. How little we are and how little we know about these aircrafts that... Think about this. I mean, back in the 60s, if the government would have came out and shown these video clips, everyone would have probably been losing their mind. But because I am assuming internet culture, I think it hit the New York Times for like a day. And we cared about it for about 1 or maybe 2.5 news cycles. And now it's gone. And now I can't stop thinking about the hell was in that video.
Well, let me tell you, man, it's kind of interesting you say that because when I typed in this guy's name, the very first story that comes up, it says glowing auras and, in quotations, black money, the Pentagon's mysterious UFO thing, right?
Boom.
New York Times.
Bang.
What's his name again?
Luis
Elizondo.
And boy, does he look like Budweiser.
He's a
Human
former U.S. Army counterintelligence special agent and former employee under the Office of Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence. So I mean, he's got some pedigree there.
And Ross, the Pew Research Center recently polled over 10,000 U.S. adults ahead of the June release of the Congressional UFO report and found 2/3 of Americans now believe in space aliens. It was the most 2020 thing for them to confirm aliens, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. Like, oh.
But that's the thing is that, like, I'm going to start listening to more Blink-182 to hear he was on to something.
Yeah.
I can't get over how this really just glossed over. It came and went, and then that was it. Went, gone, no more news story. Everyone officially of the government goes ahead and says, like, yeah, we don't know. Oh, what's that over there? Enjoy your Facebook likes. Bye, bye. I can't stop thinking. And also, it got me thinking of, like, what the hell are they? What? We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
No one, with any credentials is going, we know exactly what it is.
You have seasoned, and I mean seasoned, veteran Air Force pilots who have seen it all, marveling at this thing so much they're laughing about it.
Yeah.
Like when you see an athlete make a play that's so unbelievable, you start laughing as if it's completely impossible. That's the laugh they're using when describing this while it's happening.
I'm looking at aircraft pilots going ahead and saying, I don't know. Do you guys know anything that goes 13,000 miles and turns on a dime?
Right, turns dead left. And they say this, like, the dead tell here is the 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
While going 7,000 miles an hour.
Wow.
I like that. Someone said they didn't confirm aliens. Well, then accept the fact that that's either Russia or China.
Right, yeah.
And they are correct.
What do you prefer?
And I'm also not confirming aliens. What I will confirm is the highest minds, the most intelligent, whatever you want to call it, they don't know.
They don't know.
It is a straight up mystery, and it's got me thinking, what the hell was up in that aircraft carrier, and what were they thinking? And if they ever had the thought of, like, oh, no, zip zarp, we've been followed.
No, if that's happening, it's because they want us to see them.
I don't know.
I've seen enough Star Trek, and why wouldn't this be true? Where they get caught in a situation and get picked up, and they just get out of it, and and leave them wondering.
This Elizondo guy is no joke, though.
And there's, like, tons of other Elizondos. There's other government officials coming out going like, yeah, it's a straight up question mark. You have, I watched one video talking about multiple pilots on the same little mission, same flight to go check out something, and everyone's going, you see that? You see that? You see that? I see that. Yeah. And they just can't make sense to it. And it's a 5-minute interaction.
This goes back to the early space program, buddy. There are people that came back from those early rocket programs that saw stuff they were incapable of.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Carter, one of our former presidents, gave one of the very first written experiences with a UFO. And I believe, by the way, I love that Jimmy Carter gets picked on for the whole Georgia thing. Jimmy Carter, I believe, was a nuclear physicist for the Navy.
Well,
so these guys these aren't dumb people. These are extremely smart, able people who are saying, we don't know.
That's the part that's checkmate right now for me, and that's what's completely dominating my brain of going, all right, so they don't know, and no one has came out and said, like, oh yeah, from Mars, without a doubt, that's a fact. But it is definitely a thing of just this massive question mark. And then I really hope, though, it's as stereotypical alien as it gets. I hope they're all about probing. I hope they big eyes. I hope they go bleep blarp zeep zoop.
They look like living caterpillars or grasshoppers.
I want it so bad. But they got declassified back in 2017, and no one's really. It never hit. It never made the impact that you would think that the U.S. government coming out and saying, we don't know, and here are the clips, would have made, which then got me going a little conspiracy. TikTok is ruining our attention spans. We don't care about this story because we really like likes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
407-916-1041. Text us at 770. Boy, the X-Files music there would have been absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Instead, just go to OrlandoComedy.com.
Yeah.
That's where they're playing the X-Files music right there.
Look at the phones. They know.
All right. Back in a second with Stephen Kramer.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Stop-and-go traffic continues from this disabled vehicle on the right shoulder south on 429 between the Turnpike and Stony Brook West Parkway. We're still seeing delays too. Heading west on I-4, heavy delays between World Drive and 429. A slow ride continues north on the Turnpike too between the 408 and State Road 50. No reported issues on the beach line. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect is a new world of possible with innovative tools. This week, get 30% back in Staples Store bonus when you buy any 2 ink cartridges. In-store only, offer N724, limit 4. Visit staplesconnect.com/store bonus for details. Staples Connect, the working and learning store.
Man, that big doorbell company out there with the cameras, they're at it again. This time they're sharing your internet with your neighbors. And even better, there's no way for you to know which neighbors they're doing that with. That is not cool. Even better, internet providers can even flag your account because it can more than likely go against your internet agreement. Allowing strangers to connect to your internet is risky. And of course, you know that sharing all that internet connection could pose a risk that third parties can get access to your data. All that banking, all that info going back and forth across your Wi-Fi, that could get hacked, man. But not with SafeTouch. Unhackable. These guys never been hacked. They're not going to be hacked. The technology is solid as a rock. And that's why smart shoppers love SafeTouch, because they get that peace of mind. You have the best security available. Even your cameras are protected by SafeTouch systems. And with that SafeTouch system, not only can you get the fastest emergency possibilities, you can also have complete control over your system, your cameras, and your internet. Plus, systems start as low as $29.95 a month. All you have to do is call for that free demo and consultation. They'll take great care of you, and I think you'll be impressed. That's safetouch.com. State license ZF233.
Tickets are on sale now for our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, special guest performance by Phineas, and more on the T-Mobile Arena nighttime stage. Get tickets now through AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
Owning a business comes with pressure. There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving my employees competitive benefit options. And because I'm able to focus on other priorities, my employees can thrive and my business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
Dunkin' Go-Tos are great deals on 2 of your Dunkin' favorites. You can get 2 egg and cheese wake-up wrap sandwiches for $2, 2 sausage, egg, and cheese wraps for $3, 2 bagels with cream cheese spread for $4, and 2 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants for $6. America runs on Dunkin'. No substitutions, exclusions apply. Participation may vary. Must buy 2.
Find out just how much you can save on your monthly mortgage payments at rpfunding.com. I'm Robert Palmer, and I want to help you save thousands by refinancing your home loan and letting me pay your closing costs. Rates this low can't last forever, so lock in today. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
Hold on. You want me to tell them about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in just 30 seconds? This is impossible. Hey, I'm Billy from Twisted Tea. How can I explain that first sip of cold, smooth, real brewed tea? So good! And the extra kick you get from just the right amount of alcohol? The twist of lemon, Wait, what? We're almost out of time? Oh, shit. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This is your fairy godmother. Please stop asking me for free money orders. Amscot has them, early, late, with more 24-hour locations than ever. Even I can't do that.
Free money orders at Amscot, no purchase fees.
Hello, Florida. Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch, and you can contact your local agent for personalized assistance.
But having a trusted insurer could make you question some not-so-trustworthy people, like the friend who says he doesn't want pizza, but when it comes, sure, he'll have a slice.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance, and you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your renter's insurance.
But saving money might make you so happy you start to skip everywhere, which could get you nicknamed the Skipper. And do you want that as a nickname? Think on it.
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver. And they offer discounts to military and federal employees.
But when your life gets a little easier, it makes you too carefree and you end up going barefoot everywhere, which is all fun and games until you step on a bee.
Well, Geico is the largest car insurer in the state and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
Jim Colbert here. Look, if you wear contact lenses, you want to listen up here. Are you tired of having red, itchy eyes? Do you feel like there's sand in your eyes while wearing your contact lenses? You could be suffering from a condition called contact lens intolerance, or CLI. Contact lens intolerance affects millions of contact lens wearers, and if you have any of the symptoms I just mentioned, you could be one of them. The Filatowski Eye Institute are leaders in vision correction surgery and can help you with this issue. Schedule your free consultation today by texting 1041 to 868686. Again, schedule a free consultation and learn more by texting 1041 to 868686.
At 7-Eleven, there's over 3,000 ways to brew your very own cup of hot or iced coffee. And with 7 Rewards, you can get any size coffee for $1. If you want to try something new every day, it'll only take 8 years. 7-Eleven, take it to 11. Expires 8/24/21, $1 plus tax where applicable at select stores. See app for terms.
Now the app you use to listen to all your favorite radio stations and podcasts is also your free music app. Yep, the free iHeart app now lets you create playlists totally free. Hear a song on the radio that you love? Just grab it and start a brand new playlist of oh wow songs. You're one tap away from being able to save all the songs from your favorite stations. So go ahead, get started now. It's free. Do one for every day of the week. It's entirely up to you and entirely free on the iHeart app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Real Radio 104.1.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 6 o'clock keyword is easy, EASY. Text that to 200 for your shot to win that $1,000. That'd be nice for sure.
Sweet.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here along with Jack and Ross. And every Monday around this time, we invite our good friend Stephen Kramer to drop by and talk to us about some legal issues happening around the world and how that works out. OneFirmForLife.com. You can find his offices up in Altamont Springs. Stephen, how you doing, buddy?
How you guys doing?
Are you prepared for one of the weirdest Olympics in all time?
I mean,
are you an Olympics guy?
It's only appropriate to follow like one of the weirdest years of all time with one of the weirdest Olympics.
It is going to be so bizarre. Like daily, they are kicking the Olympics in the nuts with you can't do this, you can't do that. We're not doing this, we're not doing that. COVID in the Olympics, COVID in the athletes areas, people dropping out left and right. It is going to be crazy. It's like the Fire Fest.
No. The Fire Fest is a special beast unto itself.
Yeah, it really is.
Mean, like they couldn't set up a table at Fire Fest, right? You know.
Well, you mean to serve those ham sandwiches that were supposed to be gourmet sandwiches?
If they were supposed to be ham sandwiches, they would have wound up being, flies on bread.
Right, exactly.
Who knew?
And the bread would have been moldy.
Who knew the thing that a year ago was a good thing to have a really low impact of COVID in your nation is the thing that's working against you, because that really lowered their interest in getting vaccinated, and now they're dealing with that consequence. And in Japan, it's definitely going to have an impact.
Wow, I just heard today the whole theory about the cardboard beds was one way for Olympic officials to discourage Olympians from having sex with each other.
The anti-sex beds.
Yeah, the no-sex beds.
When in reality, I believe, from what I heard, a cardboard bed, the way it's constructed, is actually stronger than a regular bed. It can hold up to 400 pounds, and there was a gymnast who put out a video on TikTok calling it fake news by jumping up and down on the bed and assuring all of our Olympians that, yes, indeed, you will be able to have sex on your cardboard bed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this will be the first year that the concern of disease is not sexually transmitted in the Olympic camp because
That's awesome. That's one of my favorite new things that I found out about the Olympics. They just bang a lot.
Oh man, it's crazy.
ton.
You like helicopter drop condoms in there like it's water in the Sudan. It's like ridiculous.
But you're thinking about the most perfect human specimens on the planet, all
Seriously.
in one place at that age. It's like
Sleeping on boxes from Winn-Dixie. This bed had lettuce in it last night.
Now, who cares? This one can bend, 13
Right.
ways to Sunday, and this one can lift over 1,000 pounds. Either way, you're good to go.
I'll never look at the 5 rings the same way.
Hey, real quick before we get into what you want to talk about, I wanted to bring something up. I know you and I are gigantic fans of music. We love shows that deal with this. Have you seen this thing on Netflix called This Is Pop?
It's on my list of things to watch. But I was never like a pop music.
It's beyond
person,
that.
except when I was a kid.
Listen, it is so beyond that. I actually don't mind pop music. I used to hate it, but I actually don't mind it at all.
I don't hate it either.
I think some of the best
That's not what I mean.
some of the best songwriters, believe it or not, if you look at the songwriters, there's a lot of great pop songs get written by songwriters. Then of course the artists turn them into the bubblegum thing they are. But man, it is a really. And by the way, this is for you too, Jack. It's called This Is Pop. It's on Netflix.
I've seen the first one.
Which one was it?
That Boys to Men.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the Swedish one.
Okay.
Buddy, let me tell you.
Wow.
Are you aware, by the way, Stephen? I mean, you probably are. I was not. Are you aware of the influence of Swedish songwriters in American pop music?
Yeah.
You ever heard of Max Martin?
No.
Max Martin is a guy that nobody in this room knows, but he's worth $500 million. And the reason why? He's written about 30 number one hits for pop artists from Britney Spears to Christina Aguilera to the Backstreet Boys. And you know what the best part is? He's the third in a lineage of people that came out of this tiny little studio in Sweden that some of the biggest acts in American music have come from. The songs were written by these long hair Swedish guys, and it started with Bjorn from ABBA. Yeah. And it is amazing, man. It's a new series. It's called This Is Pop. It's 8 episodes. It covers a bunch of. It covers when country turned rock. They go over like Shania Twain and Billy Ray Cyrus, which is
I love that one.
Which is kind of interesting. But the most interesting one so far is the ABBA one and the Swedish idea of their success and why you never hear about it. It's an entirely cultural thing, dude. It's fascinating. You got to check it out.
I will tell you that when we were on tour, on a few occasions, we wound up on tour with like Swedish bands. And actually, on a record deal we were supposed to do was one of there were a few of us that were supposed to be the part of a starting record label, and one of them was a Swedish act. But I always loved touring with the Swedish bands.
Yeah, they're the nicest people. They're very humble. And matter of fact, no, they are. No, I'm telling you, it
depends if you're, at a bar with them on tour and their opinions on the world. Because not come across as humble.
Well, sure, but I mean,
but that's everybody's a little different, But I wouldn't generalize that.
They actually have a term for it. They have that term, like their Schadenfreude. They have a term for being humble in Swedish, even in the face of the greatest possible success you can have in the music industry, which they've experienced. And these are just, if you walk by this guy in a hallway, you would ask him where his past was. A stereotypical, looked like a Swedish metalhead with really long hair, and he's written some of the catchiest hooks ever. And he said, they ask him, hey, be arrogant. And he looks into the camera and he does double bird shots and he goes, look at me. I've written 21 number one singles in America. It's really cool. So check it out. And by the way, there's another one. One of the episodes is called Hail Britpop. And it's interesting because it talks about how much they hated it. And they follow the band Blur. And they talk about Blur's path and how and the lead singer of Blur is an interesting guy because he doesn't he doesn't like it at all. And they interview him they bring stuff back from when he was really young. They tell about touring America. The day they landed in America to tour was the day that Nevermind dropped.
Yeah, that was bad timing. They were that group of bands there were a few bands that were coming out at the same time. There was like the Sundays and the Cranberries. And the Sundays were supposed to hit big, and instead the Cranberries did. There was Suede, and there was Oasis, and Oasis, Suede was supposed to hit big, the London Suede, and then Oasis
Right.
did instead. And yeah, that was really bad timing for Blur. But I would dig that. I would dig that episode.
Yeah,
There's
check
a great documentary on that whole period called "Live Forever."
Well, it's really cool. I thought you would enjoy that because it really goes behind.
Yeah, I
mean,
would.
Not all of it is painfully interesting, but it's so. I mean, the episodes are like an hour, 40 minutes, whatever. It's easy to consume.
I got to. Speaking of Blur, I got to be at a filming when we did South by Southwest, a filming of an episode of 120 minutes with Blur, and then hang out with the band afterwards and play ragtime piano with Damon Albarn.
Really?
Yeah, and he was, he's older. He was a lot older than me, and I thought he was the coolest guy in the world. Like exclusive of Blur. I just thought he was a really cool dude.
But you can hear that rebel in him. That rock and roll rebel. You can hear that when he talks about Britpop and how much he hates it and how much he kind of laughs about how silly it seemed to him as an artist when he's coming up. It was just kind of interesting.
Well, they got forced into this weird rivalry with Oasis, and it kind of, it became something. And I think they buried the hatchet now, but it was all about the rivalry between them, who was going to outsell the other.
They talk about that.
Yeah,
it's really interesting. They talk about the Liam and Gallagher, the Gallagher brothers.
Yeah, Liam and Noel.
Yeah. Pretty cool, man.
Those guys are...
Yeah, called This Is Pop. You can check it out on Netflix. It's 8 series. There's a number of different genres there, so find something you like.
I'll check it out. That sounds like fun.
Now, Deb brought this up in news earlier, the federal appeals making the ruling against the CDC. Tell us where that is, because we hear this thing. This is like a ping pong match between the governor and the CDC and the state of Florida and everything. Just what does this mean? Where are we? What does this mean for the cruise business?
Sure. So what had happened was the state of Florida had sued the CDC and basically challenging the restrictions that they had imposed on cruise lines relating to vaccines, et cetera. And they had prevailed in the trial court. This got appealed to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals in Atlanta. And today, or on Saturday, late Saturday night, the U.S. Court of Appeals ruled in favor of the CDC on this. So that changes the dynamic. That potentially affects the other cases between the cruise industry in the state of Florida. That changes the equation for the cruise industry, because now they are truly stuck between a rock and a hard place. So they had an out at least before, because it looked like the restrictions imposed by the CDC would be lifted, and then they would be in a position where they could comply with the Florida law, or at least try to comply with the Florida law if they chose to do so, that restricts vaccine passports and restricts companies from seeking vaccine information from guests. And they had an out before. Now they're literally stuck between well, not literally, they're stuck figuratively between a rock and a hard place, because they've got the CDC on one hand imposing these vaccine guidelines in order for these cruise companies to operate, and they've got the state of Florida saying you can't have these vaccine guidelines, and that's a no-win scenario for them right now.
Yeah. Well, it does. And again, we've seen no end to this, right? Not right now. I mean, especially with this new influx of COVID cases, it's not going to get any easier.
Well, I mean, it would get easier hypothetically for the cruise industry, because the vaccinations have been proven so far to be effective against the Delta variant. And that means if the cruise industry is looking at it going, if and the CDC are looking at it and going, well, if we can enforce these vaccine guidelines imposed by the CDC, or even if we don't follow those, but we take a business solution where, we believe we can convince customers it's safe to cruise based on vaccination, based on vaccination information, or guarantee vaccinated passengers, then maybe we can operate safely and successfully, even in the face of an uptick, even in the face of Delta variant. And keep in mind, we're in summer right now. So how does this play out when flu season kicks in and the weather gets colder and it's potentially a lot more than this many cases a day? And
how does it affect the entire case when we're hearing more and more cases of fully vaccinated, double vaccinations, getting this variant and getting it? I think this just happened with Rich Eisen from ESPN wrote a piece online about being double vaccinated, the whole 9 yards for weeks, and then coming down with COVID again. And now they're reporting the 5 Democrats that hauled ass from Texas on the private plane are all positive. Now, we don't know that
that's interesting.
We don't know that they've been vaccinated, but you have to assume they have.
More of a medical question than a legal question, but I can tell you, because I'm trying to stay up to date on these these news items and on the state of legal matters, I was kind of digging into that a little bit, and the evidence has so far indicated that the vaccines are effective against it, especially in severe cases, and they've had no hospitalizations in many places for people with Delta that have breakthrough infections. But even in Israel, I think they have the most prolific screening and one of the highest vaccination rates in the world, and even there, the vaccine has held up. And what I was reading about was that the breakthrough rate there was probably overstated because their testing is so rigorous that they're picking up a lot of asymptomatic infections. The idea being, if you get a breakthrough infection that you never would know about otherwise, that would cause no symptoms, that would not be transmissible to another person because the viral load wouldn't be significant enough. Is that significant in a way that matters?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just.
But I mean,
a doctor
we'll find
here
out
in
more.
Florida.
I mean, the medical experts will tell us whether the vaccines continue to work or not. But what I'd seen is that they still work. That's going to play into these lawsuits. Of course, that's going to play into the CDC decision. So all of that ties into what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, that was kind of my point. Like, if you're arguing that that's so unsafe because of that, how do you argue against it when we're seeing more of those cases happen?
Oh, there's a Florida lawmaker, Vern Buchanan, a Republican, who's also received one of the one of the double shot vaccines. He too has just been diagnosed COVID-19 positive, Delta variant. And one of the doctors quoted in the story said, listen, this is happening because there's so much COVID-19 around.
Right.
That, it's just like the flu shot. It doesn't mean you can't get the flu. It just means you're not going to get as sick with it. That's the other.
There are breakthrough infections are expected. If the real world efficacy is 90%, that means 1 out of 10 people that's been vaccinated is going to get a breakthrough infection, and therefore, when it happens, it's going to be a news item.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether it's statistically significant is something that we'll see play out.
Here is Stephen Kramer, onefirmforlife.com. Offices up in Altamont Springs. He can do you right when it comes to your legal needs, whether it be a divorce, whether it be an estate planning, something like that. He's certainly there for you. That's onefirmforlife.com. Stephen, I for one thing, just got an update on news saying that the CDC and the State Department has issued a no travel alert to the UK because of the spike in COVID cases there. So that just happened. But what I want to talk to you about before we get out of here is this news that broke today about Florida doctors facing new rules for smokable marijuana when it comes to the medical marijuana cases. They're saying that this is just, I'll read the first paragraph. New rules laying out, huh?
I didn't see that one yet. Yeah, tell me about it.
New rules laying out the do's and don'ts physicians must follow when certifying patients to smoke medical marijuana took effect last week, but it's not clear that doctors or patients are fully aware of them. It's saying that patients certified or recertified to smoke medical marijuana must sign a new standardized consent form as of last Tuesday. Now, by the way, I didn't hear anything about this, and Deb brought this up today before the show saying no doctors know about this. Nobody even know it passed, but now there's new requirements for doctors that they didn't even know about.
Yeah, their oversight board, Stephen, that doctors would go to be alerted of new procedures or new laws doesn't even state it yet. So it's one of those kind of like, is this? It's hard to prove intent here, but it seems a little like a way to throw a wrench into the works and get people in trouble, even though they say ignorance of the law is not an excuse. In this case, it really seems like the left hand really doesn't know what the right hand is doing, and it's going to catch both doctors and patients by surprise.
I'll give you an example of what it's supposed to do, Steve. It says patient certified or recertified to smoke marijuana is standardized form. The form for the first time includes information about the dangers of smoking near oxygen tanks and advises patients to check their marijuana supplies for mold contaminants. Also, it says that physicians must adhere to newly adopted practice standards that for the first time spell out what the doctors must do while certifying patients and what information needs to be included in their medical records.
But the doctors don't know that they're supposed to get this form certified.
And that's the doctors are not a stranger to regulation. They're in a heavily regulated business. They are they are doling out prescriptions for drugs that are either controlled substances or not, but that can have life-threatening consequences. Not necessarily marijuana, but all types of drugs out there. They are deal with the insurance industry frequently. I mean, there is one of the most regulated industries in the world. One of the industries with the most oversight is medicine, and it is their job to become aware of that. And that's why you will see. A good friend of mine has a firm that specializes in health law. That's what he does, and that's why it's really important for business people and specifically for doctors to have good representation, because you can't. The ignorance is not an excuse, and good luck explaining to the medical board that you didn't realize there were new standards. It's your job to stay aware on it, and when you're dealing with controlled substances, it's even more important to be ahead of the pack and to be up on the latest rules.
Yeah, but the State Office of Medical Marijuana Use doesn't have it on its website, the new standardized consent form. This is from Click Orlando. Additionally, the new physician practice guidelines are not posted on the Board of Medicine or Board of Osteopathic Medicine websites. And moreover, statewide medical groups have not advertised to their members that new rules are in effect. But like you said, Stephen, regardless, physicians don't comply could face disciplinary action and fines.
Well, if there has been negligence in putting out information, if these standards are effectively, opaque and nobody's had an opportunity to review them, and none of the governing boards have been able to publish it to their members, then, possibly there's some type of defense there. I'm not a expert on administrative law when it comes to the regulation of medicine, but certainly I would think that would play in. But I'm not even in a position to know whether the fact that it's not on the state Office of Medical Marijuana Use is significant or not. I mean, that for all intents and purposes, that may be irrelevant. That may just make a great news item, but not have any practical consequence for the practice of medicine. Is that actually where they get the information? Is that common? Is that not common? Without the information, it's hard to even say whether how much it matters. But taking a cursory look at kind of these new regulations, it looks like it deals with things like letting pregnant women know the consequences or the risks of smoking marijuana. Certainly people knowing that there's marijuana being smoked near a oxygen tank places them at jeopardy. Well, a flame does that, so that might not be the worst thing. Now, if you're talking about changing the guidelines by which people are prescribed medical marijuana cards, that would be a big shift, and that would probably be more in line with the amendment as it passed, right? Because the amendment had really tight language. It was like, leukemia, tight, or cancer, right. AIDS, Crohn's, MS, right? And everybody on the show kind of knows what it's wound up being is, right, yeah. Are you here to get a medical marijuana card? Here it is.
Yeah, right. No, it's even worse. Like, so tell me, what are you here to get your medical marijuana card for? And you can be like, I don't know, I'm a little sad.
I stubbed my toe.
Right, then you go.
My toe hurts.
And real quick, as we get out of here, Stephen, it says here Joel Rose, who happens to be a Tampa physician, who played a key role in writing the new regs, and basically said he wanted to turn up the volume. He's got to let physicians know it's out there, because just like you said, the ignorance of the law is no excuse, but also not knowing the law because it's not being spread obviously will cause you serious problems.
It just seems like with something that Florida lawmakers have dragged their feet on, I wouldn't be surprised if this is another wrench.
Well, and I wonder, is this for smokable marijuana or for vape or for what? Does this cover vaping?
It says smokable. Yeah, it's smokable marijuana. Yeah, that's exactly what it says.
Gotcha. Is that the most common?
No, I think vaping is probably the most common. Well, I don't know, man.
I would say smokable.
Yeah, probably.
So this
smokable.
Doesn't necessarily deal with medical marijuana cards, just the smokable form rather than the vape.
Yeah, the smokable is exactly it, because they keep at the bottom of the story, they use it over and over again. So smokable is the answer, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I would hope if you have a patient that has an oxygen tank and you're writing a prescription to smoke something, that you would tell them anyway, hey, don't smoke this near your tank.
Hey, man, let me tell you, it's the sticker on the hairdryer. The shower sticker on the hairdryer. I mean, it's that old Bill Engvall song. Here's your sign. If you're stupid enough to figure that out, they have to put a sticker on a hairdryer to tell you not to use it in the shower. You cannot expect it to be any worse or better for this. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, there he is, Stephen Kramer, one firm for life. Altamont Springs, that's where the office is. And, of course, you can get great advice like that. My man knows a lot about a lot, and he can apply that to your case to get you the best results every single time.
Advice like don't use a hairdryer in the shower.
See how easy
or in the bathtub, everybody.
See, this guy always gives us the best stuff.
Killing
it.
All right, check that show out, man. I want to talk about next week with you, okay? This is Pop on Netflix. All right,
I'll dig it up, sure.
All right, we'll see you next week, brother. Thanks for everything, as always. OneFirmForLife.com. Stephen Kramer up in Altamont Springs. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show and Last Call right after this.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call. 407-916-1041. Brought to you by Heineken.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And this week's going to be a lot more active as far as daily thunderstorm chances than last week, thanks to deep tropical moisture pooling over the region and the presence of a frontal boundary far to our north. Tonight, storms ending early, the low 74. Tomorrow, the high 92, but the chance for rain 70%. This trend of scattered heavy downpours with frequent clouded ground lightning and wind gusts over 45 continues all week. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, 8 packs of Pep Rally No. 2 pencils, Staples pencil cap erasers, and Staples comp books are just 50 cents each. Offer ends 9/18/21. Pencils available in-store only. Offers may vary online. Staples.
Time for that new bathroom. My God, you know it. You've waited on it for so long, but you're so scared. All those nightmare stories about contractors being in and out of your house for weeks, taking deposit checks, then disappearing and not showing up to do the work, not getting you the right materials, or even this, swapping the materials to get you cheaper materials when they do the build. They do that all the time. That's why you have to be very careful. Rebath can get rid of all of those issues and get you a beautiful bathroom, natural stone, travertine, marble, cut perfectly, no grout lines, man. You just have a beautiful spa-like environment to begin or end every day of your life in, and this is all they do. That's why they're so good at it, by the way. If you want to see, just drop by their showroom, 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. That's where they have some models set up, and those models are just to show you what the materials look like. These are all custom bathrooms, and even better, if you have one of those terrible garden tubs that every Florida house for like 20 years had, and now it's like where you keep your dirty clothes, they will get that out of there and get you that space into a gorgeous shower, and they can actually show you that right there in the showroom. Hop online today, rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters, man. Simply amazing stuff. That can happen in your house, and they can do it quick like, man. Give them a call today. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
For many men, divorce brings a bewildering sense of loss. You feel adrift, isolated, like you're the only person in the world. But the good news is you're not alone. Cordell & Cordell can help guide you through all aspects of divorce. Let us be there for you.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
O'Reilly. If you're ready for an oil change, trust the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the best products for your car. Right now, get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil and a Wix filter for $33.99. Plus, get a $10 gift card after mail-in rebate and double O Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
One of the biggest issues for men over the age of 45 is erectile dysfunction. Newly introduced European technology is now available and has proven to be over 85% successful in treating ED. Here's Dr. Brown with Peak Performance for Men and local top doctor for ED.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow, which is critical in achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to rid those blood vessels of the plaque and scar tissue buildup and stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no downtime, no medications, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today at 407-464-8181. That's 407-464-8181. Don't wait. Get the intimacy you deserve, naturally. Call Peak Performance for Men today at 407-464-8181.
Team USA is ready for the Olympic Games. And so is Jacob.
Whoa! I've got my lucky shirt and Xfinity Flex.
Ooh, yeah. Jacob's family got Xfinity Internet with Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig and a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. So Jacob is ready for anything.
Go Team USA!
With the best of the Olympics and top streaming apps, it's all of Jacob's favorites in one place. Entertainment starts at free with Flex, included with Xfinity Internet.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for only $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. And get a Flex 4K streaming box free. Plus, ask about Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig. Offer ends August 8th, so go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig speed Wi-Fi requires gigabit internet and compatible X5 gateway. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Peacock subscription required.
Xfinity, proud partner of Team USA.
Let radio advertising keep your business top of mind with customers all summer long. Visit iHeartAdBuilder.com to get your business on the radio quickly and easily. You can even make your own radio ad. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. Sign up today at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
The Summer of Trucks sales event is going on right now down at Nations Trucks. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, and GMC. Interest rates as low as 1.99% and no payments till November with approved credit. Start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
Love us while you got us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Real Radio. Real Radio. Real Radio 104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
All right, guys, we need some last call callers. We have 4 lines open, 407-916-1041. That's 407-916-1041 for last call. Remember, that's how you get registered for the Summer of Stuff. We'll also do an Instagram winner here in just a second as well. 407-916-1041, 4 lines open for last call. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We'll have another keyword for you here in about 10 minutes or so. You do have 10 minutes left with cash.
Yeah, you do. Oh, no, easy.
No, easy, I'm sorry.
Easy, Jim.
Easy. EASY. Text that to 200 for your shot to win that money. So I don't know. I'll kind of think it over tonight. I'll talk to my wife about what we're going to do for the nurses and whatnot. By the way, we'll get to that Twitter poll in a second to find out what the listeners think. And then I'll kind of give you an idea tomorrow what we're going to do. And then maybe we can kind of whittle that down because I'm probably going to wind up doing it when I go back up next time.
Okay.
I'll call, make some plans, and just kind of send it over just as a surprise. And then just hopefully we can make everybody happy over there and show them some respect and love because they deserve it.
And appreciation.
Absolutely.
And I think the one thing that I'm really in favor of, and that's a suggestion of that personalized letter or note.
Yes.
Really,
Yeah.
that just the impact and similar to the conversation that you actually had with one of the nurses today.
Yeah.
Just expressing like what it means, they're there at people's worst times.
Mm-hmm.
And what a difference that they make, because it can be a challenging, job to deal with some of the other side of that, and just to know that you have that positive impact on others.
Because when you're sitting, when you're in that patient's room, for them, that's their shift today. But they never seem to lose recognition of the fact that, when they walk in that room and there's 2 teary-eyed adult children because their mother just had open heart surgery. But not only that, the other thing, Jimmy, is those cards could actually get them bigger earnings down the road. So it's a double win for your money.
I don't have letterhead for this show, though. And I would like to do it on, should I do it on show letterhead or just regular letterhead from like me personally?
I would get them thank you cards. I would get the nurses that were the closest in care to your mom, those that you saw every day, those would be the thank you cards.
All right, cool. Last call is full. Deb, who would you have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank Brandon Kravitz.
Oh, yeah.
We want to thank attorney Stephen Kramer, and we always want to thank Code Black IT for supplying our Summer of Stuff.
Saw that fool today. God, I love him.
Did you?
What an ass. Jack, let's get an update on that Twitter account, buddy. Twitter poll.
Here we go. At Jim Colbert Show, we invite you to follow us on Twitter. What is the best gift for nurses at a hospital? We gave you 3 choices: food, alcohol, or gift cards. And the at 47%,
gift cards.
Gift cards was the winner. Next up with food at 28%, alcohol at 25%.
No, it's still pretty tight third.
Yeah.
Alcohol
Always.
still making a strong run.
I would imagine the next 24 hours, those COVID case numbers.
It took 1 out of 4 votes.
All right. Quickly, Ross, where are you going to be this weekend?
I'm going to be performing with Sabrina Amra at the Marion Theater out in Ocala. If you live in Ocala, come on out. Get your tickets now at orlandocomedy.com.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. The sweet. Last call.
Hey, Jimmy, I'll take me some purple Crocs and a bag of Funyuns, please.
Stay right there, sweet.
Dig it.
Big T, last call.
All right there now, boys. Now, what do you call a hippie's wife?
I don't know.
It's a Mrs. Hippie.
Oh. Robert, last call.
Hey, every time we went by one of them grain silos when I was a kid, my dad used to say, man walked himself to death in there looking for a corner to pee in.
All right, very good. Thanks. Will, last call.
All right, I got one for Yankee Jack.
Yo.
How'd it feel to hit that Red Sox fan in the back the other day, bud?
It wasn't me.
All right,
That's it.
All right, Steven, last call.
Yeah, on Friday you were talking about those people using the shock collars to behavior modification for those people.
Yes.
I don't know what the big deal was. They were just trying to keep current.
Hey, guess what? That's my favorite. That's
Sorry,
my
I'm
go-to.
over there with purple Crocs and a bag of Funyuns.
Yeah, but she dropped.
Sweet.
Steven, you're a winner, buddy. We're going to put you on hold. You are now registered for the Summer of Stuff. Big T, you were close. But Steven took it home right there at the very end. Guys, let's get the hell out of Dodge. What a great show today. A lot of fun. We'll see you tomorrow from Universal Studios.
That's right.
Broadcasting live from Universal out there. Always welcome back to Universal. Love going out there and visiting everybody. Who's our Instagram winner, Big Dog?
Alyssa Russell.
Alyssa Russell, you are also in the Summer of Stuff. Thanks for getting on our Instagram account. Alyssa, I appreciate it very much. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's our friends Tom and Dan and our buddies from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have a wonderful Monday evening.
Bye.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Officials still working to clear a crash causing big delays heading east on I-4 between Conroy Road and Michigan Street. The right lane is still blocked through this stretch. Westbound travel on I-4 stop and go between Fairbanks Avenue and Ivanhoe Boulevard and also between World Drive and 429. We're still in good shape on the 408. No reported issues on the Beach Line or 417. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses.
Don't overpay for glasses.